one night a year, plus two others over the course of like a month. The stars align in such a way as to set the proper mood. And once the table is set, it's anybody's game. Sit back, order a pizza, grab your dice, and prepare for Doc Sardonic's annual Halloween Bash! How you doing, everybody? My name is Whinot Tunish. It's late on a Friday night, and it's time for the first official episode of Whinot Game Night. Tonight, we're going to be starting off on a D&D one-shot, but not just any one-shot. This happens to be the very first that I have ever been the game master for. Sitting to my right, our usual DM and my personal best friend, Mouse, everybody.
I'm really starting to miss the DM's position.
Well, this is the second time you've been a character in a good while, I think. All right, sitting across from me, my other good friend. I'm basically a sidekick in his YouTube, technically animated, aka Magic Bear. Everybody,
Nice to be playing.
it's always good to have you here. You did the last game we played.
Yep, it was fun.
It was such a miserable town. And finally, a new friend to the channel, but a regular to game night, coming to us from a secret bunker just inside the South. Everybody, say hello to Leo.
Hello, everybody. I am not a nice person. I will hurt you.
He's a lunatic. he's also the only one who doesn't live with me, so we've got to record him from a computer. But a good player nonetheless. All right.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
It's interesting.
I'll try not to blow up another stadium full of people.
Lightning storm.
There's reasons for all of this. I promise. We'll never explain it.
I mean, I'm eventually going to make a recap.
Eventually, maybe. Possibly. I don't know.
All right, but that's your thing.
All right. Tonight, we're going to be playing a game that I've actually been writing for a while now. It's an alternate universe to my main character, Doc. Now, of course, the story is going to be a bit different, but I hope that if anyone, God forbid, is watching this mess, we'll get a good feel for the character and somewhat feel for the environment, despite the fact this is an alternate universe. Speaking of which, let's start just talking about it just a little bit so the audience understands. The best way to describe the universe that we're set in is think of the final scenes in the Pixar movie Onward. But, magic never left. So it's basically our real world, but, it got smashed into Dungeons and Dragons. Almost everything's the same. There's a few differences. Steve Jobs was Steve Mobs, the Cyclops. Technology is a bit 10 years ahead of its time, but still somehow barely advanced past this. But altogether, I feel like this is going to be a fun time. All right, let's start with where our story really started about a month ago. You see, you three are who Doc considers some of his closest friends.
That's pretty sad.
Every year for the last 15 years, Doc has held an annual Halloween party, and he always goes all out. It's a ton of fun. Hrothgar, if I'm not mistaken, you've been here every single year.
Indeed.
It's your 15th year in a row.
I've caused the creation of some rules.
Taz, alternate.
4 times. I've been in here 4 times. This is my 5th time.
That's right. You've been here almost every year since becoming Doc's friend.
Yep.
Time.
Universe version of Taz.
That's a different Taz, damn it.
And the Mouse playing Shamrock Combs, the private eye. You've never been to Doc's place.
I've been to Doc's place once.
That's right. He hired you.
What?
You gave me shit for untrusting Moon?
Mine was supposed to be a joke character.
You know what?
You've only been here once before. Since then, you've been pen pals pretty much with Doc. He visits now and again, which, I feel like he'd have to. He lives in Indianapolis. You live in, where was that? New York?
Boston.
Boston. Quite a commute.
I am not allowed in Boston.
We'll get into that. And Hrothgar, if I'm not mistaken, lives about a state away, somewhere in the Tennessee mountains. Is that what you said?
Indeed.
That's right.
In an abandoned mine that I purchased through the use of Nazi gold.
Yes, Hrothgar here has been in almost every major war in the last 200 years.
And a couple minor ones.
Yeah. All right. And Daz, do you want to say anything about where you're from?
I think we didn't talk about it too much, but I'm just kind of live station where I work with the government at pretty much.
Exactly. He's basically a government assassin.
More Men in Black.
Sort of.
Yeah.
All right. About a month ago, as usual, you all got your usual Halloween invitation to Doc's party. It was set up in a very interesting manner, as it is every year. This year, however, was a bit different. It almost looked like an old circus flyer from about 100 years prior. Not too weird for Doc, but, it stood out. Shamrock, was there anything that you did in preparation for coming over several states away to visit Doc?
I rented a hotel room.
That's right. Taz, how about you?
Knowing Doc, I did kind of gear up with my sword and weapon, and I do have my earpiece in right now, but I trust Doc, but I also know sometimes his idea of fun is dangerous, so I did kind of gear up for this.
That's true. And Hrothgar, how about you? Did you do anything special this year?
Nothing special.
All
The
right.
usual drinking and fighting and drinking and drinking and
All right.
drinking.
All right. When you all finally show up, cars are lined up around the cul-de-sac of Doc's house. It's at the end of a rounded stop. It stood about a good 2 floors up. A nice little suburban house. Not a mansion, but it was definitely larger than the surrounding houses. It wasn't the only thing setting it apart from the others, however. As is tradition for the month of October, the outside decor is fully done up for the party, and several vehicles are already lined up. Every year, Doc invites about 20 to 25 of people he considers his close friends, just because it's nice to have someone around for the holidays, even if it is Halloween. The driveway is paved in bones, the outside lamps and light fixtures replaced with mini jack-o'-lanterns floating above poles. Cobwebs are strung out naturally, as if spun by real tarantulas, and several headstones litter the front lawn. A small garden sits just outside the walkway to the front porch. The flowers are multicolored and seem to have razor-sharp teeth with tiny mouths. They all seem to be snipping at one another, sort of bloodthirsty. The mailbox is completely gone, having been replaced. In its place sit 2 4-foot-high posts. Between them, a giant spiderweb, clinging to scattered letters and, sadly, the slowly rotting corpse of a deceased mail carrier, caught by his hand.
Well, that can't be legal.
Yeah, you don't know, it might be fake.
I love it.
In the center is a spider the size of a man's fist, in the process of fixing up part of the destroyed web. An eerie fog covers the lawn as several patches of grass are replaced with ever-burning fire. Not spreading, but ever-burning.
I have a proficiency in medicine. I'd like to see if that body is fake.
Yeah, I haven't seen Doc in person for a while. I'm just gonna make sure he didn't kill anyone. All right, let me pull that up for you. Let's see. Let's see. You said you had wow, you do. Okay, go ahead and give me a roll. Our first roll of the night.
Check and see if someone's already dead.
Wait, the game hasn't even really started.
And that's an 11.
11. Oh gosh.
First roll of the night, made a 5.
It's either an actual dead body that smells nice, or it's an insanely convincing fake. You're not entirely sure. It doesn't smell as bad as it looks.
That's good to hear, at least.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys all get here and show up around the same time.
All right.
You guys were all lucky enough to. What are you all wearing for the costume party?
I'm currently wearing the Scooby-Doo green ghost with a little chain.
The classic from the
Yep.
60s.
Except you can't see my face still, but I am hiding I'm kind of hiding my weapons under my little robe and kind of looking to see what illegal people Doc invited this time.
Yes, Doc is considered a bit of a felon in the eyes of the government. And, sometimes there are people who also fall under that category, but they're always just here to have a nice time.
Right.
Deals are for unfun times.
In fact, I'm gonna roll to see if I recognize any of these guys.
Well, okay, I'm assuming you all walked in then.
Oh, they're not out in the yard like
Oh, I was just saying you guys all got here.
Okay.
You guys are like walking up to the place
All right, so yeah,
and simultaneously accidentally meet up.
well, I'm gonna look to see if I recognize any of these criminals.
And like Hrothgar and Shamrock, or inside the house.
Like everyone outside right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's still, you guys are kind of the last ones in.
Oh, okay.
You see a few people at the tail end walking inside the house, but you don't get, I'm just gonna say you don't get a good enough glimpse.
All right. I'll hold on for that.
Yeah, you guys are all just kind of outside.
All right.
So do you say anything to these two guys? Wait,
uh,
hang on. First, Hrothgar, what are you wearing?
I am a plague doctor with my plague stick.
That's gonna drive some people wild.
And I want it to be known that anybody who gets too close, I do smack with my plague stick.
And Shamrock, how about you?
I want you to take a wild guess.
You're dressed as Hannah Montana.
Absolutely.
No, Shamrock is absolutely dressed up as Sherlock Holmes. In this universe, Sherlock Holmes is actually a what do we say, an observer, but he still wears the little hat and has a little the full suit hovering below him. The books are like 10 pages long, but there's still 20 chapters. All right. Do you guys say anything to these two other people around you? Any of you?
I don't kind of recognize them, so I give them a nice little nod. Welcome to the party. They kind of walk forward in.
All right.
Can I tell what race they are under their costumes?
You can see my
let's
face.
see.
You can see
You're-
my face.
Well, both of their faces are shown. You're the only one that's like completely hidden.
All right, what are they?
All right.
That depends on how well you know your other races.
That's true. Do we want to?
I would like to think I know who I'm racist to.
Who are you racist to?
I'm a tabaxi.
Let's see, gnomes, elves, trolls, goblins.
I want to
The
make something
French.
clear before we go further. None of these are meant to be actual races in human society.
The French.
We decided early on that Hrothgar was going to be an elderly bastard. He's been in a lot of wars, so he's got some mild prejudice against some people that he's fought.
But yeah,
They're all Dungeons and Dragons races. Want to make that
Including the-
clear. He's not a bad guy.
Including the French.
Okay, yeah, but like it's the French though. Like it's a little difficult.
I'm a tabaxi.
Let's see.
That's a cat person.
I'm trying to think if there's any more.
All right.
There's a long list, so I gotta make sure I get them all.
Furry.
Kind of.
I'll remember later.
Do you want to take a roll to see how well you know what race Shamrock is?
It's not exactly common.
Actually, you know what? Since it's not common, I'll roll for that.
Sure.
Or
What would
Uh,
that be? An intelligence
wisdom.
roll, or
I'm going to say, I'd say that'd probably be insight. So roll wisdom.
all right. I have proficiency in insight. Nice.
11. No modifier.
13.
13. This guy's blue.
I am in fact very blue.
I don't think I'm racist to anything blue, so hello there.
All right.
Hi.
I've kind of walked forward to get past them.
All right.
I tip my hat and follow.
All right. As you three reach the door, you see someone who's familiar to Hrothgar and Taz. Absolutely. He's a zombified looking man, a corpse, really. And he holds out his hand. He's dressed up all fancy in a nice suit, despite the fact that he is slightly rotting. Weapons, please.
There's not going to be any funny stuff, right?
Weapons.
I kind of like go under my sheath and pull out my laser gun and then pull up my saber hilt and place it in his hands.
So I'm gonna stand there glaring at him for a second.
Because Hrothgar's been through this for 15 years. 14
Hrothgar,
years.
you know what? Hrothgar has decided he's not having it this year. He needs his musket as a walking stick.
Is that what you say to him?
Hrothgar's pissed. Hrothgar's not having it today.
Weapons, please.
You.
I again walk past.
You walk. Wait, hang on. I gotta check your sheets. Do you have anything else on you?
No, like so. Let's see.
Did you send me the correct thing?
I should have.
I don't think so, because I see a great sword, a blowgun, and a dagger.
So like the great sword, the blowgun, just a laser, and the remember like.
Right. You didn't hand over your dagger.
All
weapons, please.
Sorry, forgot about that.
You.
All right,
I point my index and scream in his face.
He is unfazed.
Sucking mother.
Consider my ear thing as a weapon or?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, then I walk in.
All right. As you walk in, smoke emits from your earpiece.
God dang it, Doc.
It has completely shorted out. Hrothgar, Shamrock, you guys are both still at the door.
How did
I'm still cussing at this thing.
Shit with the butler.
How did he even know I was doing this? I just gotta take it out, put it in my pocket since it's.
Hrothgar is losing his today.
Weapons.
No.
Weapons,
Yeah, that guy
please.
has.
Maybe you should just shoot it.
So I'm gonna spend the next 10 seconds vigorously loading my musket.
Shamrock has now found himself a nice leaning post and is going to watch this debacle.
Do I see him loading that musket?
You absolutely do. The door hasn't shut yet. You just got inside.
So like y'all are gonna spend the next 15 seconds
see I'm
watching
looking at
a
that.
midget.
I
You're gonna
kind of
Shush.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hrothgar's a dwarf.
approach Hrothgar. Hey, listen. I
You're gonna
know.
spend the next 15 seconds watching a dwarf load a musket while muttering to himself.
I kind of like stand like.
They're in other languages.
I kind of get killed Hrothgar like, hey, listen. I know you probably don't want to hand over your weapon, but just it's not a big deal. It's just a party. Come on.
I'd stand back, Catman. That'd be good entertaining.
Fucking Let it be known, Dungeon Master,
Yeah.
this is the same process every year.
Yes, it is.
Every year I wind up loading my musket. So I'm standing
Hang on,
here-
as you're partway through, the butler slowly opens up his shirt and pulls out a large closed flask that is very clearly filled with alcohol. Alcohol. And holds out his other hand. Weapons, please.
Mothering you. I slam my musket into his open hand and rip the flask out of his other hand.
You take a strength check real quick. How angry are you?
I'm extremely angry.
Take a strength check. Just roll
This-
straight up strength.
This year was not a great year. Hrothgar's had been having a bad day. Now, give me a
Okay.
second.
Yeah, this is definitely the process every single year.
Fucking 20 plus 2. 6.
6.
Hrothgar's having a bad day.
Okay, I'm gonna say you managed to do that.
Dice seem to be rolling low today.
Had you rolled higher, you probably would have broken something. But yeah, you managed to take the alcohol and give him the musket. Is there anything else you're carrying?
I give him my hammer and the bayonet for the musket.
That's good. That's good.
And then I
And-
start muttering. I rip the musket back out of his hand, and now I have to spend the next 30 seconds unloading it.
All right.
Because you cannot keep a musket loaded.
And once you
Otherwise,
hand
the
that
black
back to
powder
him,
ruins it.
and once you hand that back to him, you will be let in at Shamrock.
I finally start walking forward.
Weapons, please.
What, do you count knowledge as a weapon?
Weapons.
Look, man, all I've got is the book and quill.
Weapons.
Maybe he wants to.
Start patting down myself.
Maybe he wants to quill.
Ah, no, I had a knife in my boot.
See,
You had. I see daggers plural. You had 2 knives.
I only listed it as one. It autocorrected.
wow, both Shamrock and Taz made the same mistake.
You want the
Uh,
quill? Oh, right. I have a knife.
And Hrothgar has been brutally honest since the beginning.
All right.
I tried to forget about it.
All right. So yeah. You guys are
All
all let in. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm still muttering.
Did he take my chain or no?
No.
All right.
No. There's very little you can do with a chain.
Well,
Wait. Was there anything on the end of that chain?
It just kind of like the whole. It's like basically the chain, like it's hooked to my hand, and the other one's also a hook.
Yes, he took the chain.
part of the costume.
Part of the costume. No.
Okay.
Okay. I got confused there for a second.
It's not bad.
All
Now,
right.
now that I am inside, I'm gonna see like let's see who we invited this time.
The party is already going.
I see to see how many people he invited that are illegal. Will that be perception?
I would like to just use my passive to see how many people are here.
That you
Same.
know are illegal. That you
No,
wait. How many people?
Just in general, people are here.
All right.
Same.
In general,
Yep,
just over 20.
just over 20 people.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's hard for you to tell, Taz. So if you really want to roll that, roll with disadvantage. Because a lot of these people, you can't see their faces.
Well, and how would you know if they're illegal?
Exactly.
No, I'm saying like the perception wise.
He knows a few of these people are criminals and felons.
Chain.
He's been here a while.
All right, only 10.
10.
Yep.
You spot about 3 or 4 people.
I kind of scratched my head like that.
Not big time felons, but they're on a list somewhere.
Okay, no one above a level 5.
I'm on a list.
You're not that high up.
Yeah.
I'm on a couple of lists.
You guys walk through the crowd of people already enjoying themselves. Familiar faces from years prior, some of which. Doc always makes it a point to invite his friends. It's got dark lighting. The walls seem to be painted in dark colors along the lines of orange and purple to fit with a Halloween aesthetic. The chandelier hung from the ceiling high above the ground is floating in midair. Each light is a dimly lit blue flame. Everywhere else is lit by candles. What?
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere else is lit by candles and carved pumpkins. The fire within the fireplace is a bright roaring red. Behind the couch, a bit off to the wall, is actually the head of a mounted Wendigo. Off to the side of the couch is an armchair. It's formed from the hand of a large beast. It still looks comfortable.
I immediately make my way over to said chair, sit, and begin vigorously drinking.
There are many bookshelves to either side of the fireplace, holding a manner of decorative items, books, and old consoles from the 80s and 90s. Upon the mantle between picture frames is an old vintage radio from the 30s. And above the chimney is a flat screen TV. Something that really stands out to you guys is off to the back right-hand side is a 6-foot tall pumpkin carved expertly with the terrifying face of a bloodthirsty ghoul. Just barely blocking off the main bathroom.
I kind of look around for Doc.
Does that mean the bathroom is inaccessible?
No, you can get around it. It's just, you have to do one of those little scoot things.
I actually look around for dogs.
Huh?
I'm gonna head to the bathroom.
You're gonna head to the bathroom.
Yeah.
All right. Hrothgar, you're sitting around drinking.
Drinking vigorously, let that be known.
Of course.
And to make Hrothgar's character even more realistic, I shall begin drinking.
All right. Fun.
No, never mind.
You do that. You manage
Never
to
mind, I have no
you get to
alcohol.
the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's locked. Someone's taking a
Dang.
Taz, you're looking around for Duck.
Yeah.
You know what? Take another perception roll.
Disadvantage or
No, standard.
all right.
Duck doesn't exactly blend in with a crowd well enough to hide.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yep.
You actually don't see Duck anywhere. He's probably off somewhere else getting ready for the party.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and find the kitchen.
All right. Before you get there though, suddenly everything goes black. All the lights just vanish from sight.
I don't know. So I have dark vision. Can I still see?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I do as well.
You have dark vision.
I just
I do.
light on my quill and hold it up.
Okay. And as you guys look around, Hrothgar, can you see it all?
I can. And when the lights go out, I'm just gonna stand up. Who turned out the lights, you weak?
You weak. All right. As you guys light up your things or use your dark vision, you see the rest of the party fade. By which I mean literally everyone except for you three disappears, turns to dust.
Ah, crap. I kind of rush to the front door.
Like, are we talking Infinity War style or?
Nope. As if they were never there, an illusion fizzling out from sight.
Crap. I kind of rush to the front door.
And before you get there, a large, let's say titanium, from what you can tell, door slams down and blocks you in. At the same time, all forms of exit do the same. Every door, every window is barred, chained, and sealed multiple times over. You're not escaping.
The hell?
How do
God
you
damn
guys
it,
all
Doc!
react?
God damn it, Doc! I'm gonna rip your legs off and
I had
beat you to death with them.
door.
Let me out.
I kind of do the same with Shamrock. I'm kind of examining the front door to see if it's like a lock mechanism I might know.
From what you can
Hrothgar
tell,
is-
there's no doorknob. There's not even a lock on this thing.
It's
There's
just
just layer after layer.
So like just a pure sheet.
Absolutely.
All right.
Inches upon inches thick. What in God's name?
I gotta take a sigh. Let me just call for. Damn.
That's
Hold on.
right.
I'd like to examine the mechanism,
Yeah.
see what it is.
You can't see anything that did it.
I have a light.
Well, what I mean is you can't see anything that did it.
Well,
These things just sort of shot down and appeared.
exactly. So I'd look near the top, see what happened up there.
You
Were
can
they dropped? Were they propelled?
Well, at first they were shot out from the sides, then up from the bottom, then down from the top, diagonally. There were multiple layers to this. The last one did come down from the top.
Okay.
There's not even a gap.
All right.
Is
all?
there anything magical about this?
Nothing you can tell.
All right.
You want to take a check for that?
I would like to check, see if I can catch anything unusual about this.
All right, all right. Do you have some sort of spell that can do that?
Probably. I was just hoping I could do a normal check first.
From what you can tell, this is really strong stuff.
All right. I gotta look to see. Okay, it looks. Who's all here?
Did I catch how many layers there were?
You didn't see it at first. I believe you were directly heading for where you think the kitchen was.
Did I, since I ran for the front door?
Yes.
How many layers?
There were 7 layers to this.
God dang it, Doc.
You got to imagine what the outside looks like.
Hmm.
I'm walking around. Hrothgar is walking around screaming and threatening Doc.
You guys want to check anything else?
All right, I gotta look at Rothgar. So, all right. Hey, do you see anyone else in here with us?
No, Dad. And I throw my flask at him.
I gotta just catch it. Okay.
Somehow it's actually creepier in here without anyone else.
All right. Who are you, by the way?
I am Hrothgar Warbeard, and I will kill you all.
Don't get too drunk. The mic has to be able to pick you up.
Oh boy. I gotta turn to
Hrothgar Warbeard.
Mouse's character. And you are?
I kind of ignore him for a second. I'm trying to fiddle with the door. I take my quill
Yeah.
and I produce a magic ink, and I kind of just start to draw on it, see if it affects it in any way.
Nothing happens. Does it glow at all? The ink?
It can if I want it to.
Is it?
Sure.
It glows slightly.
All right.
So there's a tiny bit more light. Not much, but
I wave my quill over it and it just disappears. All right. So I don't think there's anything really magically inhibiting. Let's see. I don't really like this. I'm gonna cast a knock on the door.
what is knock? What does that do?
Here, let me just go and read it verbatim real quick.
As he's doing that, I walk him and just punch the door.
Take a strength check.
And goddamn dumb door made of dumb metal in this dumb house. I'll damn you, Doc.
All right.
And do you answer him at all?
What?
Yeah,
He asked you who you were.
I was busy.
6 again. Goddamn.
6. You don't make a dent.
Give me a
Oh.
second here.
A target that is held shut by a mundane lock or is stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred.
All right.
If the object has multiple locks, only one of them is unlocked.
All right. You want to cast knock?
I'm
Is that a
casting-
cantrip or a spell?
It's a second level spell.
Nothing happens.
Not a single thing.
All right. I kind of look around to see any part of the house not yet sealed off.
Did I see a reason as to why?
Well, clearly it's magical. Whatever you did earlier just didn't do anything. It didn't mind having the ink on it.
It was magic. That's quite upsetting.
All right. So I kind of look to see if any part of the house is not yet sealed off.
And Hrothgar, do you do anything else?
Besides scream and cuss and punch
Yeah.
a wall,
Yeah.
can I still see that dumb pumpkin?
Yeah.
I
I mean, you did say that you could see in the dark. You got
well, I was wondering, like, did the pumpkin get covered by anything?
oh no, it didn't get covered, but the light inside went out. Like there are no lights whatsoever on.
Stupid pumpkin. And I just stand there, cussing at the pumpkin now.
Is it a jack-o'-lantern or just a regular pumpkin?
It's a jack-o'-lantern.
So
Oh,
there's nothing out of it?
No.
It went out.
Hey, Dan.
All lights and fires went out.
That's a shame.
All right. So
Dan.
is there anything else you guys want to do?
I use a cantrip, create bonfire, and light the jack-o'-lantern.
I again like look around to see if anything isn't sealed inside the house.
Not from what you see.
Like not even the front stairs and all that stuff. They're closed off too.
What do you mean front stairs?
Like I'm saying, I'm looking inside the house. Like, is there a path?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. All doors inside the house, completely fine. It's just your exits that are blocked.
All right.
All right.
Hey,
I like
DM.
the candle inside of the jack-o'-lantern.
You just throw a little flame magic at it.
It's more of a little like snap and it ignites itself.
It does. I'll say you do that. All right.
Why not?
Yes.
Hrothgar went through a little change since the last time he saw Doc.
Uh-huh. How's that?
Hrothgar is old now.
Oh.
Hrothgar is old. Hrothgar has a walking cane. Let that be known.
All right. I'll let that be known.
Hrothgar's
Buddies.
y'all see an old dwarf with a cane screaming and cussing and punching stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't quite bug Shamrock.
I kind of look at Shamrock again. Thanks for the lights, Mr.
Combs. Mr. Combs.
All right, I'm Taz. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
All right. All right.
All right, I kind of head to the kitchen like Combs was originally.
First, before you do anything,
Yeah, boy.
the only light that you see is now the lit pumpkin. However, all of a sudden, with no prior thing done, the light in the chimney suddenly comes back up, but it's in bright neon green. More so, there is one other form of light coming, and it's just above the chimney on the what do you call that? The mantle, on the mantle. It's the old radio. It's a bright glowing red, and from it you hear a joyful yet creepy laughter.
Damn time traveling.
There's something off about the voice. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a world of the unknown, a place of mystery, and my humble circus. Suddenly, there's a thunderous strike of lightning. The purples and orange of the walls now transition. They seem more red and black in nature. Just shifted over. Things just a tad bit different.
Yeah. And me without my sword or gun.
But there's something a bit off about the gruffness of that voice. It's clearly Doc.
Yeah.
There's just something wrong. And it's the fact that his voice is pitched up a bit.
I imagine it was just from the radio.
Possibly. There is a bit of static around there.
I kind of take a few steps closer to the radio, like keep my distance from the fire, just trying to listen in to what the radio's saying.
All right. Anyone else do anything?
I'm just waiting.
All right. You guys noticed something that you didn't quite notice before. Maybe it's because of all the people, or maybe it's just because there's just light bathing it from the fireplace. But on the coffee table, or no, on the ottoman rather, in front of the L-shaped couch, there's a box.
All right.
I'm gonna walk right up and open the box.
Go right ahead.
I kind of say, wait. We don't know.
Nope.
Are you sure about that? We don't know what it is.
Hrothgar's gonna hobble over with his cane and get over there.
Do you open the box?
Hrothgar opens the box.
All right. The three of you reach in and pull out whatever you grab. And we're going to roll a d6 here.
I kind of turn to the voice and say, like, who are you?
Taz, I'd assume at this point you'd know that very well.
You old bastard.
This isn't quite what I had signed up for.
This is
Reach into the box
I've
and
reached
pull
in,
out
and
whatever you grab.
Hrothgar reaches in.
All right. And let's see. You pull out.
Oh, we don't get the roll of d6, right? You do.
Oh, right. Go ahead.
You already rolled it. You roll a 3.
I roll.
Three?
Everybody has to roll.
Oh yeah. I just got to.
Hang on.
Shamrock's waiting for everybody to pull before he goes in.
I'm kind of waiting for him to pull too. Like,
After you, friend.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Fight over who? Fight
trust
over
me,
who?
I'll go, but I want to see what he pulls out first. Like, I'm not gonna make this a thing. Trust me.
All right, you rolled a 3. All right. Hrothgar, you pull out a lead pipe.
Wonderful. I'll use this to break that stupid radio.
Okay, I stop him from doing that.
Go ahead.
Do we roll contended?
No,
strength?
so like when Hrothgar yells that, he kind of just turns and is yelling at the radio.
Please don't. All right, I gotta walk
The
over.
radio
As like-
does not respond.
An indirect threat to the radio.
Does not respond.
All right. Wish me luck. And I kind of walk up and I reach my hand in here and also.
All right.
I got a 5.
You rolled a 5.
Yep.
All right. You pull out a length of rope.
Do I know how much length?
Yeah, you pull out a length of 30 feet of rope.
All right.
All right, seeing what they have, I'm gonna throw my head in. Oh, that's a shame.
What'd you get?
5 as well.
5. I'm sorry.
Should I just roll that one again?
Actually, at this point, roll a d4.
All right.
Oh, well, then should I?
I'm sorry. I thought I had said that.
Yeah.
You want to try again?
Well,
It's
it's fine.
something different
Yeah.
anyways.
So like it still works with the rules.
Mouse, roll a d4.
Give me 1 second. 2.
2. Funny enough, you get a knife.
Oh, well, would you look at that? I stick it in my boot.
All right.
Hey, I just lost one of these.
I kind of tie the rope like around my chest and all that stuff to keep it there, and then I
Go
kind of
ahead.
go back to the radio. All right, what next?
The box suddenly shuts, clamps shut, violently loud, and disappears as well into thin
Yeah.
air. So we're never there. What you have just grabbed are some of the tools from one of my favorite movies, Clue.
Oh no.
God
Because
damn it,
you
Doc.
checked all your arms at the door, those of you receiving these will only have these and your magic to survive. Against what, you may ask? Why, against me, of course. Over the course of the night, you shall be stumbling through my lovely circus, collecting 6 very special items I've already laid out for you. When and only when you've collected each one will you be allowed to leave. But really, why would you ever want to leave?
'Cause I'm old and tired and not drunk enough.
All right. Well, where's the first item?
You know, that's a very good question. And suddenly, the lights all come back. Now, it's still dimly lit, not very bright, but at least all the candles are still up once again, so you're not stumbling around in complete darkness.
All right.
All flames that were put out are now back up, and the radio shuts off.
All right. We got rope, knife, and a lead pipe.
And now that we are officially, finally into the game, I'm going to go ahead and send you guys your very first map.
All right. While that's going on, I'm gonna head back to the front door
Okay?
and I'm gonna start ritually casting Identify Magic.
All right. Now, I'll tell you exactly what magic is being used.
Yes.
All right. Let's see.
It takes about 10 minutes, so you guys have a time to do some stuff.
All right.
Alright.
All right. So I see the bathroom. You know.
Do you want to look around the place? You didn't get a great look at first.
I go towards the piano.
Okay, yeah. Up on a little stage near the back left that I actually completely forgot to mention. You do see a little stage set up, and on top of it is a baby grand piano, Doc's favorite. You see it almost every year you come here. Sometimes it's replaced by a skeleton band playing music.
Mhm.
But no, this is Doc's grand piano.
Hmm.
And you actually notice something else.
Hmm.
If you look, I've marked a little line just behind it. Not the green one, the darker one.
I see it.
You see, sitting up there on the wall on that stage, you actually see a portrait beautifully painted. Now, that's actually been there for many years. And unlike everything else in the place that went dark or just very weird, this thing has remained unchanged.
What is the portrait of?
It's a portrait of Doc, standing regally atop a mountain.
Hmm.
Doc is a rather large man, hard to miss, really. He's a Khajiit, or rather Tabaxi. I forget which one isn't in here.
It's the tabaxi here.
He's a Tabaxi. He's a great white lion, no pigment to his hair or fur, whatever have you. He stands there, his foot propped up, holding on to his staff of a cane, which you all know him to have had for quite some time.
Hmm.
Do you want to examine this at all, or just look around the house a bit more?
I kind of go to the piano and I kind of open it up a little, and I kind of look for see like anything in the piano.
It's very well kept.
All
It's
right,
clearly a few years old, but Doc is very clearly taking good care of it.
I kind of reclose it and I kind of look under the piano. I look for like any scratching symbols or anything on the piano.
Do you want to roll me investigation?
All right. Only an 8.
An 8. It's a beautiful piano.
Oh. Oh, right. I kind of look back at the photos and like,
Have a what?
at the portrait of Doc, like, 6 items. I see a cane, the skull he's on, the mug, the bag. The medallion. And what could be the 6th one?
I'm sorry, which ones did you list?
The cane,
Mm-hmm.
the skull his foot's on,
Okay.
the bag, the cup, the medallion. So I'm missing one.
All right. And I'll just explain to the audience where this comes from. You can assume those are the items.
All right.
But yeah, Doc has had this cane for very many years, nearly 20. Where are you getting the skull from?
Oh, the skull he's like in a chute that his foot's on.
Yeah. Why does that stand out to you?
It just does.
All right, looking at the skull, you actually see that it is. Are you gonna tell any of this to the others, or are you just silently looking?
I'll tell it to the others.
You see that it's actually made of solid gold, from what you can tell. Its eyes have no sockets; they are filled with gemstones.
Mr. Combs and Grofgar?
Hrothgar.
Grofgar. I believe this portrait might be telling us what the items are, which means the first item could be the cup in the kitchen.
The mug.
I'm kind of ignoring him, waiting for my ritual to be done.
The mug, of course, Doc pretty much always drinks out of.
Yeah.
It's a skull mug.
To be clear, it is not out of a rude fashion. It's just I need to maintain concentration.
Yeah,
Of course.
I'm just telling you the information.
I give a couple more turns, and I'll tell you what happens.
All right, then I kind of I'm heading to the kitchen. I kind of head to the kitchen and enter it and kind of just start looking for the mug, like checking the cupboards and all that stuff.
All right. Yeah. When you get into the kitchen, it's a pretty standard area, except for one thing that kind of stands out to you. It's blood.
The hell?
It's a lot of blood.
So
It's an absurd amount of blood.
I'm gonna walk into the kitchen, see all this blood.
It's
I see.
practically splattered all over almost everything. Oh God. Someone got murdered in here. I don't know who. Someone got murdered in here. Oh God. The blood.
So I'm gonna walk. Hrothgar
Hey.
walks into the kitchen,
Yeah.
sees all this this ridiculous amount of blood. I've seen more, and starts rooting through the cabinets for alcohol.
Daz, you have killed people,
Yeah.
but I don't think you've killed nearly as many as
It
Rob.
would take to leave this amount of blood.
Does this do anything to you?
I'm kind of like suspicious at first. Like, is this? I kind of check to see if it's real blood or like possible decoration.
Roll me for medicine.
No, like what he asked Taz was if my reaction made you any suspicious.
No,
Like-
I was asking if you felt anything towards the scene,
Oh,
be it Hrothgar or the insane.
I went kind
amount
of,
blood.
I went kind of, I kind of went right into investigating mode. Only a 10.
A 10 in medicine.
Yep.
You can't flip heads or tails on it. That could very well be real or fake blood. But either way, that's a lot.
I'm gonna look myself. Hang on, did I find any alcohol?
No.
No?
In fact, there's almost nothing in these cupboards. There's a few plates, but a lot of it seems to be missing.
I'm gonna look at the blood myself now.
Okay.
Like, kind of just now realizing, hey, there's blood here.
Oh, hey, there was a crime scene here.
All right, give me a second because I accidentally closed Hrothgar's character sheet. No. Well, my computer's got shit. Come on, man. Hrothgar, there we go. I do have perception in medicine.
Oh, okay. You have proficiency in medicine?
I do believe so. Give me a second. Yep. It's marked out. So it's my proficiency bonus +3. So roll 1d20 +3. 21.
21. That's real blood.
Wonderful.
Do you tell Taz?
Huh. Actual blood. Interesting.
You're kidding. I kind of look to see I look for a weapon
Weapon of any kind?
like that could have caused. It's like knives, something.
Nope. For whatever reason, this is just here.
The hell?
You don't see anything that could have caused this. There's no sign of a struggle anywhere.
Hang on. With my role in medicine as a 21, can I tell if it's any specific kind of blood? Is it people blood? Is it gnome blood? Like, what kind of blood is it?
Well, what did you roll again? 20 or 21?
21.
21, dirty or natural? I kid, of course. I kid. That is a dirty about 20. It's you know what? I'm gonna say you can tell. It is definitely animal blood of some sort.
Animal blood. Interesting. God damn it, Doc. I told you to clean the deer outside. Not in your goddamn kitchen, you idiot.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. Sorry I've been stalling you guys. I needed a man to read over something.
I know you can hear me, Doc.
All right. Mouse, I'm gonna say you have finished your 10-minute session.
Finally.
All right. Just need to read over something. Okay. And don't forget, do you need to roll anything for that to stall for
No.
more time?
No, I do not.
All right. Now, what all does it tell? What all does your detect magic tell you?
You learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has. You learn any spells that are affecting it, what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it, and it does effectively the same thing if I were to touch a creature.
All right. You learn that this is, of course, magic in nature. You knew
Yeah.
that already.
Yes.
was created by a mixture of magic, however,
Okay,
as if multiple people or multiple sources of magic created it.
okay.
It does take a key, though, of some kind.
Okay, I'm more trying to figure out what kept it from being affected by my knock spell.
Yeah, did you tell me what knock did?
Yes. The target is held shut held shut by a mundane lock or is stuck or barred, becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. Object has multiple locks, only one of them is unlocked. If the target is held shut with an arcane lock, the spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be opened and shut normally. So I'm more just trying to figure out why it didn't work.
No, it's because here's the thing.
Yeah.
You scanned over the doorway, okay?
Yep.
Most of them are magical.
Yeah.
Not all of them, though. Some of
Yeah.
them are good old standard locks.
So do I notice one that's been unlocked?
You do. You managed to unlock almost the middle layer of this 7-layer panel.
Well, that's something at least.
Yeah. If anything, someone's probably closer to getting in than out.
All right.
Oh, and I do feel it should be noted that when I cast the spell, a loud knock audible from as far away as 300 feet emanates from the object that was targeted.
My.
And the center lock just had a really loud, but
Ka-chunk.
very suppressed ka-chunk. Well, I guess
Alright.
that's one down.
All right. Do you do anything else?
I'm just more so gonna try and just check out that image again.
You're going over to the portrait that Taz was looking at earlier?
Yeah, I heard him mention something about it, but I was trying to focus on my ritual.
I gotta
Alright.
walk out of the kitchen.
Find anything in there?
A murder scene,
Uh,
like lots of blood, and
no, that's
uncomfortable.
a shame.
Felt.
Hope it wasn't the guy outside.
And Taz kind of just thinks, ugh.
I don't know. He looked intact to me.
You know, I should go to the radio to try and see if like I can see anything weird or suspicious about it.
This is an old radio.
Kind of. Did you notice anything weird about the portrait? I heard you mention it.
Oh, I thought possibly it could be what, like the cane, the medallion, the cup, the skull, and his bag might be the items that we're supposed to look for.
How many items was that?
Five.
He listed 5.
I
I
can.
listed 5, but there were 7 layers.
And 7 layers to the door.
Yeah.
And there were 6 items you're supposed to find.
Yeah, I could actually see 5.
6 items, 7 layers.
5 items that you can see. Do you want to take a look at the portrait yourself?
Yeah.
All right, take a good look at it. Do you want to? How hard are you looking at this? You are
Pretty thoroughly.
all right. Roll for perception.
Could I make an argument for investigation?
You know what? I'm going to say you can.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get really into it.
This is a really detailed painting.
Yeah.
All right. And let's see what you roll.
All right. This one's gonna be something because I can roll a lot here.
Oh yeah, that's one of your. Yeah, that's your highest stat. Better be. You're a detective. Better not be duckmanning this.
20.
I'm the only one who liked Duckman.
I just haven't seen enough episodes.
I feel like you'd like corn-fed pig.
Plus.
All right. While he does that, I kind of
21.
God dang.
My. Okay. Of course, Taz pointed out what he saw. You do see the medallion he was talking about. You
Yeah.
yourself, you've never seen Doc wear a medallion, as far as you can remember. But there is one peeking out beneath his beard.
Yeah.
Of course, you see the mug that he always takes with him, drinks with him whenever he visits you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say you actually noticed something.
Yeah.
In the bag that Taz pointed out, okay?
Yeah.
You can see peeking out from the top is a rather thick book. There's nothing else in there that's poking out, but sticking out on the top just barely you can see a very large leather-covered book.
All right.
And at the side, you see a little pocket, sticking out of which are two little tubes that sort of wrap around each other. They seem wooden in their craft.
I recall the flute.
It's the flute.
Do I recall the book or the skull from my other times being here?
You do not. Doc never mentioned it, and you never really saw it. You did see Doc. You did see Doc at one point with that same satchel, but you never saw what was inside.
I was more trying to remember. I vaguely remembered saying somebody mentioning the skull at some point.
Yeah, that was Taz.
No, but when we were doing our thing.
Oh.
So I was trying to remember if I was actually remembering that.
No. The only thing you remember from this is the flute sticking out of the side pocket.
Well,
Of course, you do remember his usual skull mug and the cane he's had with him for years.
of course.
Wasn't there on your first encounter, but yeah, that's what you notice.
See anything?
Nothing you didn't say other than the book.
What? I go to see the book.
I just kind of pointed.
And as he does, you see sticking out of his satchel is a leather-bound book, very large. Taz, do you want to roll for memory?
Oh, I kind of already do remember. But you want me to still roll?
No.
Oh, like adventurous. I gotta stop myself. Oh, did I forget about that? That the adventurous totem.
Totem.
Is that,
That's a pole. A totem is a pole.
well, not always. Is
But
that
yeah.
supposed to mean something?
I gotta scratch that. It's kind of secret, need to know. But seeing as we're stuck in here, it's sort of a book of powerful items and stuff that Doc kind of lent me once to help me find some stuff for my career.
Your career.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Remover of problems for public safety.
What? So you're like some
Government.
civil engineer?
Government lackey.
Okay, our heroes from the
Yeah.
okay, like
Doesn't seem that far away
Hey.
from the blueprint I see.
a little higher than lackey.
What, like some civil engineer?
And higher.
If you start getting any higher, I'm gonna have to.
Look. We can talk about this later. Let's just try and find these items.
I walk up to him
To who?
to just y'all. I just walk up to you.
Oh, all right.
Saying
So
nothing.
all right. So we're looking for either his cane, medallion, his cup, the skull, the book, the adventurer's tome, or possible the bag.
So I was there when he retrieved the flute.
Yeah.
Where did he put it?
Where did he put it?
Yeah. When I handed him the flute and we brought it back to his place, where did he put it?
You actually saw him put it in that very satchel
Yes, but where?
on the side. There's a little pocket to the side.
No, he went to his house to put it up.
Yeah.
So where was the satchel at that point?
At that point, still around his arm.
So we walked all the way to his house for him to put it on the satchel he'd been carrying.
All right. I see what you mean. I misunderstood. No, he did go upstairs with it.
All right. Well, last time I saw at least one of these items, it was upstairs. So seems like that's a pretty decent place to start.
That makes sense. Is there any room we haven't checked in here yet
Let's see.
on this floor?
Technically, you guys haven't been in the bathroom, the garage. The dining room doesn't have a room of its own. It's kind of connected, pushed off to the side, as you can see in the map.
Yeah,
That
but we can
does,
see
that
it.
does tick my ear real quick. I'm gonna go back to the bathroom, see if it's still locked.
I go with him.
All right, you open it. Opens just fine.
Two guys
You
going to the
guys
bathroom together.
exist and this thing was locked.
Yep.
Hrothgar, being the paranoid bastard that he is, looks inside the pumpkin.
Is the
It's-
bathroom actually in a usable, like, is it?
It looks nice.
It looks nice. It's not covered in blood or
No.
full of teeth. Or,
No.
Wait, is like a shower bathroom or anything?
Yeah.
Or is the curtain currently closed?
Yep. Dun
Hmm. Give me one.
dun.
I kind of put my hand out real quick.
Yeah.
I kind of get my hands up like, you ready?
Well, I kind of feel like
Before that happens,
okay.
Hrothgar, you look in the pumpkin, you see the glowing flame, and there's a candle in there.
I grab the candle.
All right, you pull out the candle. Do you put
I
out
found
the
a
flame?
candle.
Do you put out the flame?
I lit that candle.
No, he's talking about a different candle.
You are holding what different? No, I'm not.
Oh, I thought you said there was the light and then there's the candle. The way you
No,
said it made me think there was a different candle.
no. Do you put out the fire currently burning on the candle you grabbed?
Oh no, I put the candle back. I got
Okay.
confused. I thought so. What I thought was the way you worded it, and also my lack of knowledge, my little brain was like, "Hey, here's the light," and then, "Hey, here's a candle."
I get you. All
Totally
right, so go ahead.
unconnected.
So I got my hands up. I kind of use the like other part of my handcuffs to kind of.
I cast Mage Hand and open the curtain.
That's a nice shower.
Cool. I kind of start to push Taz out while I go and finish what I was
Hang
gonna
on.
do earlier.
Let's see. You have now used Fireball, a third level,
What?
a second level spell. What did
No,
you
I-
use?
He used Mage Hand.
Yeah, I used Knock, which was a second level spell, but other than that, I've only used cantrips.
Oh, right. Mage Hand is a cantrip.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
All right. And Taz picks up on his. Oh, sorry. Just wanted to be sure. I kind of walk out, and I kind of head to the garage.
All right.
Groffgore, could you help me with the garage?
So this is a regular bathroom, right?
Oh, absolutely.
As I shut the door behind me.
Yeah.
Does the mirror open?
No,
No.
not a medicine cabinet sort of deal.
Is there anything like that? Any drawers or
Yeah,
anything
below
like
the below the sink area.
Open
There's
it
no
up.
like pull open, but there's an open stuff.
that? Open it up.
You see drain cleaner. You see toilet bowl cleaner.
Yeah.
No, you see a stack of toilet paper in there, just in case you run out. You know.
Yeah.
You see some assortments of shampoos for when it's all done in there.
Any conditioners in there?
No, just standard shampoo.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All that hair and he doesn't use conditioning.
Yeah, that's a little hard to believe.
Right?
All right.
It's still so beautiful.
And there's
Groffgore.
no other cabinets or nothing?
No, it's all just in there.
All right.
I steal a roll of his toilet paper.
I'll add that to your list. Is there anything else you grabbed, by the way? I forget.
Me? No.
No?
Other than the knife.
Right. I'm just gonna list that under your equipment.
I just have rope. All right. Groffgore, would you want to help me with the garage?
Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
So we head to this garage.
Hang on. Hrothgar, what did I give you again?
A pipe.
That's right, lead pipe.
A lead pipe.
You're that guy. You're the lead pipe guy. And
Hrothgar is gonna
you
go
have
off.
30 feet of rope.
Yep.
All right, you're in the garage. Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's a little dirty in here.
All right.
Bits of old scrap metal off to the side. Nothing really useful. The shelves off there, and this is also where the washer and dryer unit is. But of course, the main piece de resistance, as it were, is Doc's van, which, it's clearly a van. You don't know what it is brand wise.
I
I
kind
kinda-
of walk out.
Yeah, you done in the bathroom?
Yeah, I didn't have to go or anything. I was just seeing if I could see if there's anything interesting in there.
All right. I kind of go to the pieces of scrap metal, kind of see how sharp they are.
As you grab one, get a little prick in your finger. Don't take any damage.
Can I use this as a potential throwing weapon or anything like that?
You know what? I'm gonna say you can.
All right.
It's gonna be difficult, but I'm
Alright.
gonna say you can try. If not, then hey, you got sort of a knife.
All right.
This,
Improvised weapon.
All right.
yeah.
I can.
I'll send you the stats for those.
Thank you. But outside of that and a little shelf of just old crap,
Yeah.
nothing usable. Just
All right. I kind of.
outside of that, just the washer and dryer unit, just kind of stuck together.
All right. So I kind of once again wrap my chain around my hand because I'm still kind of suspicious. I kind of Groffgore, get your pipe ready.
Hrothgar, leaning heavily on his cane, readies his lead pipe.
And
Mhm.
I open the dryer.
There's still some stuff in here.
Any-
Immediately snatch
Yes,
the stuff.
specifically clothes. There's still an old shirt and a pair of blue jeans in there. That's
Are they
true.
dry?
What?
Are they dry?
Immediately
Yeah.
smacks the stuff.
Completely dry.
He's Rothgar hits the clothes.
You do that.
I look. Is there any
You're,
blood?
you're probably gonna damage this dryer.
Is there any blood?
Good.
No, they're completely clean. They went through the cycle and everything, as far as you can tell.
Is
Alright.
it just a shirt and a pair of pants?
Yeah,
He put two articles of clothing in this dryer.
interesting, isn't it?
Can I tell their
Create
docs?
bonfire on the
Wait,
clothes.
can I tell their docs and nuts?
They're definitely ducks.
All right, and they're in pristine condition.
Yeah,
No tears, no nothing.
no, nothing.
All right, so I kind of check hand still like check the washer.
There's nothing in there.
All right.
Well, I didn't exactly wait for him to leave, so
Wait, what?
when I cast create bonfire,
Oh god, you lit the stuff on fire.
I did light the clothes on fire.
You do that,
What the?
and they light on fire. They're just slowly burning.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fast. In fact, Taz, you're gonna need to make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
I didn't. You stuck your head in after I
What? No, I
cast.
just opened the dryer and kind of leave that.
How good is that fire?
He's got to beat.
No, I mean, how hot is that fire?
Oh well, he doesn't take any damage if he can beat a 15 on dexterity.
Wait, but I was like.
No, I mean,
opened
is
the
this
dryer
going
and
to
didn't-
melt my?
Oh, probably not.
Wait,
Just
myself.
burn the clothes.
I opened the
Yeah.
dryer. I opened the dryer and I didn't like stick my hand in there. I just saw the clothes and then like, oh,
You
what's the
started
washer?
patting it down and stuff.
No, I was just looking at it to see if it was like torn or blood on it.
So the clothes are now on fire.
Yeah.
I love it. Hrothgar begins laughing.
This is what happens when you don't give me a heads up on these kinds of things.
Uh,
Doc.
There is no response.
And figure there would be.
All right. I guess all that's left is the van. I kind of like, Mr. Combs, are you able to use that mage hand thing again?
I just opened the door.
My God, that's a mess.
Is it blood? More blood?
No, just
Just a mess.
garbage.
Anything to sort through.
You opened up the back of his van. There's nothing but garbage back there.
The hell is?
Some boxes.
Still gonna root through it.
You do that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we.
Yeah, I want to root. I want to root.
Yeah,
through
you know what?
that
Roll for
shit.
investigation while you're doing that.
Ooh.
Do you guys do anything?
I kind of.
Just
I kinda-
I'm also rooting through.
I leave the garage and kind of just wait for them. I'm planning to head upstairs, but I want to wait for them.
All right.
Did you get the thing I sent you for the improvised weapon?
Let's see.
26.
26.
Anything in there?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah. 26. My goodness. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what?
I'm
I
a
look
private
under.
eye. I better be good at this.
You know what? I look under the car. I just realized that.
Under the car.
Yeah, I look under the car when they look in it.
That thing needs to be fixed. It's leaking oil pretty bad.
All right.
Uh,
Wait a minute. How is that fire out yet?
Oh yeah, it's definitely out.
Okay, I'm about to say.
It's a
all right,
cantrip.
real quick, all of you, I want you all to make a perception check right now as I'm doing this.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Could I just choose to use my passive and say that I was not actively looking as I'm investigating at the moment?
Yeah, exactly.
4.
Yeah, Shamrock, you find a Smith and Wesson
Oh,
Ah.
would you look at that.
21.
21. As you're looking under the car, okay?
Yeah.
From behind you, you hear a light chink, like metal dropping onto metal. And just like, and you can also hear, of course, the fire. Just, it's gone. It's done. So from somewhere behind you, you heard something drop.
I kind of turn and look behind me.
All you see is all you see is the dryer and washer set.
I have proficiency. 7.
Okay, be frank with me. What is this? Because I looked it up, and frankly, I'm getting a bunch of shoes and handcuffs.
It's a gun.
Yeah, what kind?
It's a Smith and Wesson gun.
They
Yeah,
make
classic
I hate
revolver.
you.
It's like a classic revolver.
Exactly.
I don't,
So it's like I just looked it up, and again, all I got were handcuffs and shoes.
It's a type of.
Yeah, like
Is it loaded?
Open it up. Inside, you see there are 4 out of 6 chambers loaded.
I don't know what I'm more alarmed at. The fact that this was just thrown in the trash or that 2 of these have been spent.
so I'm gonna look over and see that. I'm gonna walk up to Shamrock.
I click it.
You want that?
I'm going to keep a hold of this.
I kind of look
God
at.
damn it.
What did you guys find?
This? And I hold.
I got
it.
I got a 7. What did I find, DM?
Nothing.
Please tell me that's not loaded.
You know, it is loaded. I'm more worried about how it's been spent a bit.
I'm sorry, Hrothgar, but you find nothing.
Him saying that, I kind of at first
Can I look
for
again?
any bullet wounds in the car.
There have clearly been shots taken at this car, but nothing that you can tell is recent.
All right, did I go actually back into the kitchen with all the blood and look for a gun?
Did I see any casings in the car?
Nope.
No.
All right, I actually look for casings and our bullet holes in the kitchen where all the blood is.
And you refuse to check out that sound?
Oh, I did when I look back.
You saw.
Oh,
You,
okay,
you
okay,
saw
then.
you saw the washer and dryer.
Okay, I check out where that sound was.
It was behind you. The only thing behind you was the washer and dryer.
All right, I look behind the washer and dryer then.
Here's the thing. There's something weird about that. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't see any pipes back there.
But I heard metal clinking.
You heard something drop onto metal. Yeah.
What you got over there?
It's faint.
I kind of take a few steps back. I don't know. I heard a metal sound, and I kind of
As the fire was dying.
yep. As the fire died, I heard a metal sound.
The little
Open the
ka-ching.
washing machine.
No, I opened the dryer actually.
I said open the washing machine.
Oh, but like
There was nothing in there.
yeah.
Yeah, but check now.
No, I mean like the
Uh.
metal cheek was like probably from something in the clothes that got burnt in the dryer because I heard it from the dryer.
Maybe.
All right, well I'll check the dryer in the washing machine.
Yeah, look in the dryer.
Yep.
All right. And inside, though it's dark, you find a key. Standard little house key.
Okay, I do not reach in, but I do tell them about the key.
I got this. I cast Mage Hand again to pick up the key and starts bringing it over.
You do that.
Anything?
Hrothgar's gonna
that I
look
grab into
again.
my hand?
Nope. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a little warm. It was just partially on fire, but it's not even warped.
What's it
Yeah.
made of?
Iron.
Iron?
That's
Interesting.
a
Alright.
well-made key.
I stick it on the end of my quill.
You do that.
All right. I check the washer now.
Nothing's in there.
All right. I shut it and then I go into the kitchen and investigate for any bullet casing shells or holes.
Roll me investigation. Do you do anything else in this garage?
Do I see anything else of note?
Well, you know
'Cause
what?
this is clearly not a house key, or this is clearly not a car key. It's a house key.
Exactly.
I only got a
Roll me investigation.
All right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kaz. You find nothing.
Ouch.
This is just a bloodbath. 9.
I got how? Wow, that was. Wow.
That was literally the worst you could have done.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
No, physically.
Hrothgar's gonna look around again for something.
Where?
Although it is nice to know that
Just
my lowest is a 9.
Looking around, see if he finds anything cool.
Where?
In the boxes.
In the car?
But does a 9
Yeah.
actually see anything?
A 9?
Because it being a 1 doesn't really affect skill checks.
True. All right. You do notice something. You notice you notice there's a bit of a line going up, sort of like as if there's a sort of panel on the wall behind the washer and dryer.
So it's connected to the wall that isn't connected to the garage door.
Yeah. It's just a little square panel back there. And Hrothgar? Oh, 6.
Hrothgar's sad.
You find more garbage.
Hrothgar is gonna beat someone with this lead pipe soon.
I take my book and I kind of knock it on the washing machine, try and get these guys' attention. Hey, I think I got something over here.
Junk.
I kind of head back and just like gotta wait for what he has to say.
Is Hrothgar on his way?
He didn't leave. I was the one.
Oh, he wasn't. He didn't go into another room.
Yeah. No.
No, he's behind you in the car.
So I kind of point out the panel on the wall.
Is it like a press panel or anything, or
A what?
it's like a press panel or something I could grab and remove?
No, it's kind of in the wall. You can't really get a grip on it.
All right.
It seems to be like a mechanical panel built in there.
I pull my mage hand over to it and I just have it push its hand against it. Does it move any?
Not at all.
All right. I guess a little force never hurts.
It's clearly not designed to move that way.
I kind of just go over and I kind of just punch it.
Give me a strength check.
All right.
Hrothgar, do you do anything?
19.
19.
Hrothgar's rolling like so Hrothgar's just gonna sit here.
All right. I'm going to say that hurts like hell. But you did make a small dent. Barely noticeable, but a dent.
What did it feel like? You see Shamrock's got kind of a smug grin on his face.
Well, we know it's not hollow. Probably should have known Doc reinforces stuff so I can't break through it.
I don't know why you thought Braun was the way to go there.
Yeah, it was just run out our options. We'll get it right eventually.
Well, I'd rather not have to use another spell on this.
All right, then we can just figure out. I kind of like feel around it to see if I can feel like a keyhole or anything.
Nothing.
All right.
There's a flat panel.
What the hell? And there's nothing I can use to grip it.
No. You guys want to take a wisdom check?
Yeah, sure.
Hrothgar, do you want to?
What am I doing?
The insight or
Just a wisdom check to gather your thoughts.
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Hrothgar, do you want to do it too?
He's doing it now.
A 9.
9.
Hrothgar's rolling like
All right. 14.
Yeah.
All right. Taz, here's what you get. This is what the size of it is. This has got to be some sort of door, right? I'm not crazy. It's got to be a door. That hurt.
If you guys will give me a second, I can at least see if it has any magic on it.
All right. Wait, maybe we make a note of this and also try and investigate up the stairs before you waste any more of your spells.
Well, I don't have to waste a spell to see if it has magic.
All right, that's fair. All
And
right.
I start using my quill to start magically writing a ritual cast on it.
Yeah.
Takes about 10 minutes if you guys are just willing to wait for it.
Hrothgar?
You know what? I'll take a stab at looking into the garage.
Hrothgar?
yes.
Here's what you get. Huh. I lived here before. I was never really in here. I thought this is where like Doc went to work or something. I didn't know it was his garage. That's about what you get.
All right. I go to just like I kind of look for the trash in the car. Investigation.
All right.
Is that what I'm rolling?
Yeah.
All right. 20, dirty 20.
Ah. All right. Yeah, you do find something.
In the car?
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Rooting around in the garbage, you do find something else.
All right.
All right.
Let's see what you found that I couldn't.
Or I.
TA.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen you ever seen the stuff that goes in an old Nintendo set, the large cartridges?
Yeah.
You find one of those actually.
All right.
It's got a sort of janky looking image on the top. Okay. Yeah, it's got these dogs wearing trench coats and fedoras. Okay. And the title is called Lab Hunters with a Z and no E.
I got.
It's an old game cartridge.
I kind of go in and I look at that panel. I kind of see if I can place. Is there a place I can put the game cartridge in the panel?
There's no real hole that you see there. You can see where it where the panel meets the wall, but there's no actual hole.
I gotta do show it to the others.
I am
Yeah.
concentrating
I
on
got
it.
Do you
I
want to
got-
distract him?
No, I put it in there because I let him work. Hate to have to. I gotta just put it in my pocket as well. And I don't want to slip the party, so I actually go to the front seat of the car and open the truck and look for something in there.
The front is actually much nicer. Now, here's the thing: The car is clearly, you can see much clearer now. It's been stitched together over time. Okay?
All right.
From different cars and such. Still works, as far as you can tell.
Doc never doing something simple, huh?
Built the car himself.
Look over, check the glove compartment.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I checked the glove compartment.
All right. In there, you know what? Yeah, you do find something else in there.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a large stack of napkins
All right.
because you always gotta have napkins in your car.
All right.
It's the glove box. But another thing also flops out.
Is it gloves?
It is not gloves.
All right.
Those are pushed farther in.
All right. What falls out?
What falls out is something somewhat related to what you just found earlier. It hits the floor, of course, but it's actually an old controller.
The hell?
That Doc is old. He's lived through the age of where video games started.
And I go back to the car.
It's an old flat gray controller. Little buttons on the side.
Wait a minute. I run back into the main room. I look at the flat screen TV and I look for like a video game cartridge or something.
Roll for perception.
Do I have anything in perception? No, I do not. Oh, no, yeah, I do. Nice. Damn, only 11 though.
11. Well, lucky for you, this was an easy thing to say.
Okay.
All right. As you're looking at the fireplace and the TV and such, of course, you know something you did before. On the little bookshelves, you do see some old consoles. One of which stands out to you the most. It's an old SNES, a Super Nintendo game system.
All right.
And you recognize it because it's also got the same controller plugged into it. Got the slot for the second one, of course.
All right. I make note of that. I'm not doing anything just yet. Actually, wait, there's a bookcase here?
Little ones.
Oh.
Ones that aren't really meant to hold books, but hold trinkets and
All right.
such.
Is there any books that it is actually holding?
No.
Okay, damn. All right. I gotta tell Rothgore what I found since I don't want to distract Combs just yet.
Okay.
Am I about done with that?
Not yet.
All right. Well, we got a game cartridge, a controller, and a system in there. Is it
Ooh, what game?
Lab Hunters.
Boring. Doc, you're boring.
Do you recognize this game?
Yes, Doc sucks.
Do you actually want to check if you recognize it? You're the only one here whose character has played video games.
All right, yeah. Yeah, Doc.
Roll for history. I think you have a proficiency in that, don't you?
Apparently not.
That's wasted potential. You've lived through history.
Well,
So have I.
True.
fought through history.
7. Yeah,
7.
I'm rolling like shit.
You don't remember this game from anywhere in time. Whether or not that's you just sucking at memory or not, anyone's guess.
All right. Well, I'm definitely not plugging this in just yet.
All right.
But I do keep the controller and the game console.
What do you mean you keep it?
No, I mean like I just like pocket
The
it.
cartridge, not the console.
Oh my god, the cartridge and the controller.
All right. Is that all you do with the console, or
Like I go back to console just make sure it's actually hooked up to the TV.
it is? And it's actually got a game installed.
What game?
Let's see. Hang on. The cartridge has been worn thin over time, but you can still make out its name, Gradius.
Radius?
Gradius. Yeah, it's fully hooked up to the TV.
Is the TV on yet?
No.
Hmm.
Why, do you want to turn it on?
Maybe, but not right now. I really want all our members to be here because I'm not trying to start a fight by myself.
All right.
Like Taz never goes unprepared with odds against him.
Smart.
I got to turn and yeah, I found enough and like I kind of sit on the couch.
Yeah.
I kind of just wait for him to be done with identifying the panel.
All right. And one more thing before that. As you sit down, you feel something very uncomfortable. You have sat down directly on the little divider between cushions where the remote had slipped into. So you basically sat on the remote.
I grabbed the remote.
You do that.
All right, I pocket that as well.
All right. Just stop stealing my stuff. All right. Shamrock, you're finally done. Hey, look, he did very little.
Well,
Dang.
that's relative. That much snooping.
Yeah, true. All right, you are done.
Found 3 items.
This is not magic.
Cool. Wanted to make sure.
All right, I kind of go in and I explain them all.
Are there any flies on the desk?
You know what's extra funny?
Yeah.
I actually almost put that in. I almost put that in.
All right. Actually,
There is no desk. There are no flies.
That's a shame.
Before I go back, I actually kind of can I look out one of the windows?
Uh-huh.
Do I still see the guard standing there with the weapons?
No. You see iron and metal.
God damn
Where's my basket?
Well, this was
All right.
astoundingly a waste of time.
All right. So I tell them all that I discovered.
What do you tell them specifically?
All right. I found the cartridge and this game controller that goes to that console over there, the remote to activate the TV, and 2 possible games. Now, this could be a trap. So our 2 options as of right now are to either see what this game system is about in the TV, or possibly go upstairs, like you said, and find the flute. Since I'm gonna be honest, I think the panel is something for later or just a flat out red herring.
What do you say to that?
You think the panel's a red herring?
Well, or something for later. Like we find one of these 6 items, and the panel then later opens up due to something like that. If not, then yeah, it's just Doc is kind of, well, let's face it, he's a random dude. Not everything he does is with a purpose.
Well, I would imagine. How you've talked to him recently, haven't you?
That's the thing. I haven't mentioned it yet in the session yet, but you guys haven't seen Doc in a few weeks.
Well, that's not odd for me. I write letters.
True. Taz, you haven't seen him in almost a month. You got the invitation, sure, but you haven't seen him.
I actually haven't seen him. It's been almost a month. This invitation was
Have I seen Doc?
No. Not at all.
When was the last time I did see Doc?
Almost 3 weeks ago.
A little odd, but not terribly concerning.
Yeah. I mean, you got the flyer. He handed it to you specifically.
Intriguing.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do? Upstairs, or want to try and look at a video game?
Well, Hrothgar, you said you knew him well.
For the most part, yes.
You've been to his house frequently.
Yes, I have.
Do you think that this panel is something that he put here specifically for the now, or do you think it was here before then?
It was here before then. I'd say flip it.
Well, if you think it was here before then I would imagine the switch is somewhere in this room.
I say we find the switch and activate that panel.
All right.
I'd like to clear one room at a time.
All right. Then I put the game up, all that stuff, back in my pocket.
All right, so let's see. We're in the garage now. So
I'm gonna look around, see if I can find anything that looks like it might activate this.
All right.
Start fiddling with things, moving books, turning skulls.
Smart. Roll for investigation. Hopefully it'll be better than last time.
I don't think it could be worse.
So can I roll with him and give him
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you want?
and just give him advantage?
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that. You guys are looking together. Mouse, roll with advantage.
All right. 1 second. I'm gonna roll one as full and then the other is just a d20.
Yeah.
God dang.
29 and 9. Wow. You
so
are
the-
bad at this.
So the natural 20 for the roll the first time would supersede that 9 right there. So
Yes, it was
my
advantage.
total is 29.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You pretty much rolled a 30. Wow. Okay. You rolled the best you could have,
Well, I could have gone too higher.
but almost the best. All right. All right. Yeah, Shamrock, you noticed something.
Yeah.
The washer and dryer, they're attached. There's another seam in the ground connecting them to the floor.
I have noticed, but I'm not terribly good at moving things. So
Of course, of course. There's also one other thing you found.
yeah.
Fiddling around with the after you messed with everything else, fiddling around with the washing machine mechanics, the
Yeah.
little dials and such. One of the knobs accidentally breaks off in your hand,
That's I didn't do this one on purpose.
but behind it, you do see something.
Yeah.
It's a series of funky looking outlets, plug holes, if you will, and one off to the side of it. You pretty much pulled the entire small panel attached to the knob off in your hand. That thing
Oof.
came off easily.
All right.
Behind it were all these holes and one off to the side.
Do they have any sort of familiar shape?
Not to you at all, because you don't use technology.
I still know what it looks like.
Okay, fair.
I just don't use it. I actively choose not to use it. I still study it because, well, times change.
All right, all right, all right.
So like, I don't know video games, but I know what their consoles look like and outlets and all that jazz.
All right, yeah. These
Especially
are
for the Y2K.
very definitely video game plugs.
Yeah, around the Y2K incident, I had to do a lot of tech.
That's right. That's right. Doc originally met you just before Y2K. Yeah, they're very clearly video game plugs, dating back to at least the 70s or 80s, around the beginning of video game history.
You guys know anything that'll plug into this?
I gotta look and see if any of it matches the controller cord.
Entirely. It matches the controller cord, and there are other cords that also match the old console.
All right. Anything for the cartridge?
No.
All right.
So I'm gonna take the controller and the console from Tez, and I'm gonna start hooking it all up.
I'm gonna stop him. Like, I'm just gonna reach.
Do you,
hold it above your head?
Hrothgar, do you stop him? Wow. Wow.
I
Wow.
I'm
you
gonna
do
I'm
that?
gonna hit you.
Are you that big of a jerk?
What? I didn't do that. That was.
I'm gonna hit you.
What do you do to keep it from him?
I just gotta hold on to it tightly.
You know what? Hrothgar, do you fight?
Yeah, I do.
Both of you roll contested strength.
All right.
You guys are gonna break the thing.
You know what? Yeah, cancel.
Okay.
Cancel?
Cancel, because we're likely to just break
All
the
right, I
damn
guess you're gonna have
thing.
to reason with them if you really
Okay,
want it.
no,
that
I was
bad.
just like, wait. Let's not start jamming stuff just yet.
It's a game console and a game controller, and those are obviously parts of a game.
All right, I'm just saying, let's not jam. Like, look, I put the controller down. Like, look, I'm just saying, let's think about the possibilities. I do hand him the controller to show like good faith and just like, let's just think about the possibilities.
Okay, I've thought about them.
All right.
I think it's a better idea to put the controller in.
All right.
Yeah, that's 2-1.
Yeah. All right.
So I, being the gamer with my cane and gray hair,
The elderly gamer.
yes, I will take the controller and start hooking everything up.
He had to do something with his retirement.
I imagine.
Hrothgar, you find that you have all the pieces necessary, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so you've hooked it on up. It's sitting there on the washer. It's hooked up to the. It's hooked up to everything. Controller is also separately plugged in, and yeah. What did I say was that? Gradius is still plugged in to that NES.
In
All right.
TV.
No, it's plugged into the machine, to the NES.
That's
The
in
console.
that's in the great room.
You took it.
No, I.
You were holding it away from him.
Oh, right.
So
There.
I'm hooking it all up, and I'm gonna load it up. See if it loads.
Okay. You turn it on. The washer, strangely enough, starts whirring a bit. And it just
Nice.
shuts down.
All right.
We weren't trying to break anything.
Of course.
All right,
But you did plug it in. It was
Yeah.
clearly used for it.
Talking
It
to
just
Hrothgar.
something was wrong.
I heard in Graph Card the lab finders cartridge.
Man, those are some poorly drawn dogs.
What's that important?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, lab finders. This is probably finding his lab. I kind of take out the thing, kind of lab finders just to be sure, and just place it in.
Blow it out, get all the dust and dirt out of there.
Yeah.
All right.
Try that.
You want to try again? All right. In worst life, and it starts working. It's like booting up an old. It's like forcing an old lawnmower to work almost. Not as loud, but around the same sound. And as that happens, something else happens. Okay, on the dryer, a little screen lights up.
All right.
Okay, it's on all that it's on all the settings and such for the dryer.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And and what shows up is nothing more than blank spaces across the screen.
All right.
It's 11 blank spaces.
All right. I'll pull up
Hmm.
the controller and see if it messes with any of the spaces.
It does. What do you press?
I just kind of move like to see if it moves the cursor from one space to another.
Oh, there is no cursor.
Oh,
As you press a button, that button shows. So like you press Y, the letter Y appears.
all right. Did I press something to press back?
Nope.
There's 11 spaces.
There's 11 spaces.
Do I see my man?
I just had to go for
Hang
it.
on, you've already got something filled in there.
Oh, how do I?
To be clear, the letter Y is in there.
Is there
The letter Y was
But I
on that,
haven't
right?
moved over the controller.
Hang on.
What? Yeah,
Is there? Any,
I still hover over the Y.
Yeah.
I just kind of hit the up and down button.
Yeah. And you see little arrows appear. Up, down.
Does it start scrolling through letters?
No.
Interesting.
No, all you've done since you've pressed those buttons, you've now inputted Y, up, down.
I'm trying to scroll back, keep it on one thing.
Nope.
No?
oh, it's
Nope.
just, it's just any input. Okay, I get it. It's like a cheat code. 12.
All right. I just hit down a bunch of times till it clears.
You do. Do you want to roll for intelligence? I'm not
You know,
sure.
I've got an idea. It worked in 2K. Let's see if it works now. Up, down, left, right, B, A, start select.
Bloop, bloop. And suddenly the washer and dryer lift up,
How did you?
slide off to the side, and the panel lifts.
I kind of just looked at like, how did you? What was the code to?
They call it the Konami code. It works a lot more than it should on these machines.
I kind of just looked at like, is that something Doc told you?
No, I'm a detective.
Oh.
And I hand him the controller.
Oh.
Kaz does not play video
I kind of looked at. Oh my bad. I didn't know your profession. I thought it was just like costume. I didn't know you. I still have the TV remote on me as well.
You do.
I should go put that back, shouldn't I?
You can.
I gotta put the TV remote. I gotta just put it on the TV mantle.
And in the space where the wall was, you see a staircase leading down.
All right, so we can
Dark.
either,
Dark.
All
We can
right,
either go up
I've
or
cast
down.
light on the house key on the top of my wheel.
You can
all
do
right,
that.
So we can either go up or down.
Well, let's just head down. One section first, and since we've already got an idea of what could be upstairs, best to fight the unknown head on.
All right. So are you, Hrothgar, are you in?
Yeah, I'm walking down.
All right. Hrothgar takes the lead.
I started walking down already.
He takes second then. And Taz, do you follow up the rear or do you stay behind?
I
Town?
follow the rear like this is a bad idea.
All right. You guys walk on. You guys have a good light in your way from the quill.
Well, we have dark vision. The rest of
Yes,
us.
True.
those two can see. I can't.
Uh-huh. And it actually takes you about a minute and a half to get down there. This is really deep. It's a spiral staircase.
How did we even get? How do you get the permits to do this?
You think this man asked for permits?
I was about to say permits.
Well,
And
I gotta go like
and when you finally reach the bottom, lights slowly flicker and then slowly grow brighter and brighter. Okay? And you guys find yourself in this what's the word I'm thinking of? In this large square room, okay? Leading to a set of large doors.
How much power does? What is this electric bill?
Spooky.
Are the lights
You-
on yet?
Oh, absolutely. They're like flickered and then slowly grew brighter.
All right.
So, yeah, they're-
motion
You can
sensor?
see. Yes.
All right.
Do you honestly think?
Light.
Do you think Doc pays an electric company?
Okay, then he's just. Okay.
Yes, he's
Where are you
stealing city
stealing all
power.
this electricity from?
He's stealing
Power
from the.
grid,
He's stealing from the city power grid. Dum dum.
or he's generating his own. It's not entirely difficult.
I love
Nah, this is Doc.
I swear to gosh, when we meet Doc, I'm gonna have a long talk about it with him.
why.
How is it that you talk to him more frequently than I, and yet I have a better idea of how he functions?
You're a detective.
Well, look, Doc's a friend of mine, but at the same time, I tend to try and sometimes avoid getting too deep personal with him if case my job has me to kind of eliminate him.
Did you say what your job was?
No, I'm kind of
Quite the civil servant there.
look.
I told you he's a government lackey. You
Starting to think he's one
know,
of the alphabet boys.
he is. That's what I would say.
Okay, I'll have you know, even though I can't tell you, I am high ranking within what I do.
The alphabet. High ranking in the alphabet.
How much do I know about the government and my hatred for it?
Are you trying to investigate me?
I'm a detective.
I mean,
Oh, here's the thing. You've kind of you've spent a good bit of your time trying to avoid it, but you have learned as much as you can.
Yeah.
You just haven't gone to the level of like internal espionage.
Yeah,
What about me?
You know most of the main stuff and a few of the small secret stuff. Like, yes, they actually do spy on a hell of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of that information is used against a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it's not, you don't know the level of which his job is. You
Have I heard his name?
have you heard it? Have you told him his name?
No,
I
I
told
mean
him,
like
has he ever heard Taz, the
Yeah.
assassin?
I'm assuming that Taz is his real name in this specific moment in time, and I'm trying to run it through any particularly notable government agent that I have ever heard of
No,
in any of my 275 years of life.
no, no. You do know there are secret and shadowy parts of the government. He could be from any of them. He could be from a League of Assassins. He could be an internal spy.
No, the way he's talking, he's definitely an alphabet boy. And by fuck, do I hate alphabet boys.
But you can't exactly pin down what he does. But you do know it has to be from one of the secret branches.
I'm going to assume a subsect of the Homeland Security.
I'd say CIA.
You both say that.
I feel them. It's like, I'm sorry to not trust and doubt me.
Oh, I thought there was.
It is very obvious there's malice in my voice.
But yeah, you guys are you're at square room, bottom of the spiral staircase, set of doors.
All
I'll
right.
walk through.
Yeah. Are the doors are open?
No, shut.
Is
I
there
walk-
is there a keyhole,
Nope.
a terminal?
What do you mean terminal?
like a monitor,
Nope.
Is there anything
like
else?
like some sort of computer thing that's
Very blank.
very blank.
Just
Nothing-
very large doors.
And nothing else in the room?
Nothing else.
I open the doors and walk through.
You don't have to. As you walk towards them, they open up automatically. Zzz.
Well, I would imagine they would have done that when
Yeah.
I went to look for the keyhole.
And looking before you guys
Yep.
is a massive area.
Yep.
It's a gigantic laboratory
Yeah.
underneath the suburbs.
Nice.
It more than takes up his property line.
God dang it, Doc!
All right, all of you roll passive perception.
That's not how passive works.
Yeah,
All of you roll perception.
Yeah. I was kind of like, oh god dang it, Doc. I've kept enough of your secrets.
It's a large area, and it kind of looks professional. Like outside the game, think about a mashup of like Stark Laboratories with the secondary laboratory from Venture Bros. You know, the one in New York.
All right, 8.
14. Finally, something bigger than an 8.
23.
I am a detective.
Shamrock to the left wall, because it can use with a square opening out there, and then it opens up to this big lab.
Yeah.
You see something hanging on the wall.
And it is.
A map of the lab.
Well, would you look at that?
You find the map hanging there, large enough for all of you to read, of course.
All right.
Cool, I'm gonna walk up to it.
I'm gonna take my book and quill and I'm gonna start drawing it out.
All right, and you guys have unlocked your second map.
Is there a I see it now. Looking for the "you are here," but you put it in red against blue, and now my eyes hurt.
It showed up. You see, there are plenty of different things. Holy crap! This had to have taken a lot of work.
How did he? Bill, when did he have the time?
So, is this labeled?
Yeah, yeah. Look in the map.
Yeah, but like on the map in the world, like is it actual words and more than just these letters?
Nope.
Shamrock points to the octagonal room. Penis.
Hrothgar starts chuckling.
Now, while it isn't listed in the map that I'm showing right now on screen, I added this stuff in the center so you guys have a good idea of what's around, but not what's in the surrounding rooms.
Right.
But in the center, you don't actually see all this stuff on the map,
Yeah.
but it is the only thing that's written in actual words. It says Central Command.
All right. I kind of go into Central Command. I kind of look for any of the possible 6 items.
All right.
All right, I walk in.
Now
Now,
go to the strange circle.
which one?
The one with all the
All
seems
right.
to be digital lines.
All right, first, I'm going to explain what all's in here, okay? Because you
Yeah,
guys
of
can
course.
clearly see it.
Yep.
You don't know what it does, but you can see it. All right, you guys walk out, and it clearly dips down a bit. You walk down the staircase at the very front. Just in front of the staircase is a sort of U-shaped table with a large monitor on it, sort of like a giant flat screen, okay?
All right.
In front of that, off a good ways near the center of the lab, is a seating area, assumedly presentation.
All right.
Behind the table and monitor is a sort of botany station, for like more experiments in alchemy. Okay.
All right.
All right. To the right of the couch is a small circle. You don't know what it does? Sticking up out of the ground. It's sort of a tube shape. By tube, I mean like an inner tube, not like a pillar. There are 6 pillars, though, keeping the place stable. And those are the 6 little circles in there. There are tables strewn about the room. Let's see. Shamrock, you go over, okay? To that gridded off circle. And that's actually painted onto the floor. It's clearly made of a separate type of material. The floors are mainly stone and metal. This is a different, higher grade of metal. Okay?
You said that these lines are painted.
Yeah, they're painted on the floor in a grid. This is the testing area. It's a small little place to test certain things.
Interesting.
Off to the side of that, as you see the little square next to it, it seems to be some sort of manufacturing area. Outside the game, think almost any part of Stark Laboratories. Those things. Little robot arms.
All right.
to the far end, okay?
Yeah.
Like across the way from when you came in, you do see a hallway. Above those are a series of monitors just hanging onto the ceiling. And between the final two pillars is a very large computer desk area. Several monitors, screens, buttons, and such. And the only thing that has been powered on are the lights.
All right.
This is clearly one hell of an operation down here.
I'm not even gonna imagine the type of things he's done in here.
And there's not a soul in sight.
Is this where he created that mutant? All right.
Oh, that's right. You were. That's right. You were on. You were a part of that.
Yes. Still not happy.
Outside the game, he's talking about the Okakute.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I've kept up with some of his endeavors.
And Taz is just like,
And I also know that
I'm
this
assuming,
isn't-
like I'm assuming all of them, but the ones we actually managed to catch.
Well, good on you.
You've learned something more about his profession.
I don't think he's learned that I don't like. I want to stop Doc's inventions from killing people.
But I have learned that you have the resources to stop something as powerful as the Okakute.
That's fair.
All right. Do you look around at all?
Yeah,
Hrothgar's gonna look for an armory.
I look for any of the 6 items, at least what we think are the 6 items.
All right. You know what? Roll for investigation.
Who?
Are you also looking for something?
I'm looking for an armory.
All right. All right. Do you know where you're all just searching the main central command?
Oof. Only 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that square table.
Yeah,
That has the little arm things around it.
that's the manufacturing station.
See, I thought they were the
They-
the Stark arm.
They are, but that's all floor between them.
Oh,
I explained that wrong. I'm sorry about that.
No,
bad.
roll the 19.
Who?
Plus my modifier, I got a 21.
All right. In the central command, you don't find an armory.
Do
However,
I find do I
you
find
do-
like directions to an armory?
no, the only labels that you found so far are on the map, but you do find something that's a little strange to you.
Yes.
You see, towards the bottom left-hand side, the side closest to the stairs and that funky-looking table,
Yeah.
there's something there that's not listed on the map.
Oh yeah? What's that?
It's another hallway.
I'm gonna go down the hallway.
And again, that hallway is not listed on the map at all.
all right. I can imagine
It's
where it's
the-
at.
Yeah, it's the only blank wall.
Yep.
You go down the hallway.
Hrothgar has said nothing, just gone down the hallway.
Well, if he's not exactly being sneaky about it, I would have seen him.
Yeah. Do you follow?
I called Taz over. Come on, we're following this guy.
All right.
Yeah, it's the best I just fill it up.
And down that hallway is nothing.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Well, that's it. There's literally nothing.
What, it's a dead end?
Yeah. For whatever reason, this hallway just leads to flat out nothing.
I'd like to investigate this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tap on the wall. Like the dead end.
21.
21. It's cold. The walls are cold and concrete.
As opposed to.
Nothing really. It's
So
just really the only thing you note. As far as you can tell, there is nothing here.
Maybe a section on the lab he hasn't built in yet.
You can assume that.
it's possible.
But yeah, there's nothing. This hallway just leads to a flat out wall. There's no seam, no mechanics. There's nothing here.
Hmm.
Well, let's head back to main control.
I agree.
All right.
Indeed.
You guys are now back in the most cluttered part of the lab.
So I'm gonna go over to the
Look around.
alchemy
I don't see
area.
Anything of note.
Anything of note?
Anything that I can pick up, move, anything that.
All right,
seems-
I get you. Now, of course, all right. I'm not even gonna make you roll for investigation for this one.
All right.
You do find a very large number of the usual stuff, chairs, test tubes, monitors, and such. Plenty of them built into the actual
Are any of
tables
the monitors
themselves.
on?
No, none of them are.
Is there
Hey
a
DM.
feasible way to turn them on?
Yeah, a few of them do have power buttons.
I push a power button.
You do that.
Hrothgar's gonna find the brewer, the
Eh.
little brewery.
Brewery.
This is Doc we're talking about. He definitely has a brewery in his lab.
You know what? That's a great assumption,
Why would he keep it in his lab? I assume he'd keep that in his kitchen.
right?
Because his kitchen is so far away.
He makes a valid case.
All right, I kind of.
You turn it on and you find the standard login screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of look. I don't go down it, but I look down the hallway with where PZ to see if I can see anything.
You
So
go
is
into
this like Windows XP login or
this one is.
this one is? So there's that whole forgot my password button.
Yeah,
I click it.
you do that.
What's the little hint that pops up?
The hint that pops up.
Yeah.
You didn't forget.
What was it?
You didn't forget.
I type in his wife's name.
Do you remember his wife's name?
I mean, it's in my letters. And
Yeah.
she wrote about it when she died.
You know what? That's very true. It's very true. You were at the funeral.
I was.
Are you talking about any of this?
No, I'm just typing away at the computer.
All right.
I'm looking for a brewery.
All right. You
And I-
type in Elise.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, computer does come on.
Would you look at that?
I'm just looking down the hallway of the PZ building. I'm not going down there.
Are you- You look down.
Yeah, I'm just looking down in the hallway where it says PZ.
It's clearly a good long hallway. You don't have a good focus on it, but you can see there's clearly a door down there, and there's something on the floor over there.
All right, I'll make note of that and then head over to the computer. Did I hear the computers powering on?
Yeah.
All right, I head over to the computers. Wow, how'd
You only turned on the one computer, by the way,
Of course.
the one closest to MW.
I didn't figure I needed to turn on more than one at the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
You turned it on,
do you have a
and
password?
Oh, I knew the password.
Really, what was it?
This is his wife's name.
Taz is the only one who has no idea that Doc was ever married.
Doc had a wife.
Some friend you were.
It just never came up a conversation. Ralphgar, did you know about this?
Some friend you are.
Wasn't Hrothgar at the funeral too?
He was.
Yeah.
He was Doc's best friend at the time.
Hrothgar was Doc's best man.
He was living with him.
Oh well. Huh.
And Taz, you.
Whoa, look, I'm sorry I didn't bring up, but look, we're just drinking buddies at best. Plus, he was kind of originally a target.
Yeah, Mr. Fed Boy.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, what did you get? What'd you
Because
What's
of
on the
the
screen?
because of the station you're at.
Yeah.
The only thing that pops up is a workstation for botany research.
Okay.
A lot of plant stuff.
Hmm.
What the station around you notice is
there
dedicated
any-
towards more biological stuff.
Any particularly like noteworthy desktop icons?
Not really.
Are there any desktop icons?
There's the usual. There's Google. There's research files. Let's see. There is you do note one specific one that does not look familiar at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. All it says is Venus.
Venus.
Yeah,
I click it.
you do.
Yeah.
What opens up is a large amount of research, documentation, and experiment files on the Venus flytrap.
Who would
Doc.
have guessed?
What do you? Oh, god dang it, Doc! Don't
I
tell
kind
me.
of see, you know how these things work. I take the page and I slide it to the side of the computer.
Yeah.
And then I click on research notes.
Research notes. You're gonna make me explain every bit of research notes.
I am,
God damn.
at least in broad terms.
What you see is a large number of research done on plant-based monsters specifically. Doc has clearly spent some time in his life Not sure when.
What notable monsters?
Let's see. Swamp creatures mainly.
Do I recognize any of them?
Such as? I'm looking for names here. I'm a detective. I know at least a few of these guys.
There is one thing specifically dedicated to it that doesn't actually stand out to you as familiar, and that's carnivorous weed.
Dude, does it to me?
Interesting.
It does not.
God dang it! Was he making another monster?
You act like you should be surprised.
I'm not. But
Crossguard's gonna see the working computer and walk up over there to the all. Pull up Google.
There is Google. Yes,
I'm gonna click it.
Pull up Google.
Open Google.
you do that.
Check Doc's search history.
Anything on the front page?
Let's see. The Google logo has been changed because it's Halloween night.
All right.
It's all
So he
spooky
didn't
and
leave
fun.
anything open.
No, we did not.
I go and I
Check
check the browser history.
Check Doc's browser history.
Huh. Empty for the last 7 years.
Fucking.
Where did he get these research papers?
There is incognito mode.
Or you can just clear your browser history.
That takes too much work.
It really doesn't.
Incognito for his research papers.
This is Doc, so probably.
honestly, we probably wouldn't be surprised. We bugged his computer so many times.
Yeah.
I imagine that would make being incognito fruitless.
Trust me, when Doc goes incognito, it's different than when other people do it.
All right, you do know there are some research papers that do stand out, specifically things of the light of the twig blight and awakened tree. The main one that he seemed to focus on, however, was the shambling mound.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that one.
All right.
I click on it just to see if I can see any links.
I kind of did the same.
Any links to what?
Any links to his current project.
Clearly, he spent. This is his most in-depth file in this area, as you can see.
Anything of highlight?
He was doing a lot of experiments with actual shambling mounds. At some point, he had some in his possession. He was working on deciphering their DNA, getting into the specific roots of what does everything in this thing. Exactly.
Does it note where he kept these subjects?
Apparently, he got rid of them at some point.
Does it note where he kept any final projects?
Final projects, the only one listed, and it keeps saying it repeatedly,
Yeah.
was something specifically called Venus.
Yes. Does it list where he kept it?
Yeah, not really, no.
So
It does, however, you do see that he apparently speaks in depth about it, not in depth, but whenever he does, it's like he's taking care of it.
So Shamrock,
Yeah.
from what I can see, Doc was doing some more plant research, possibly creating monsters, correct?
It seems as if.
Looking at this map, it does say PZ in the top left.
Correct.
Notice how those rooms are cordoned off. Would it be wrong to make the assumption plant zone?
I don't know. The piece.
Possibly live test subjects?
The P seems more attached to more places, so making it in that instance specifically plant when you couldn't attribute it to any of the other areas.
That said, I do like your thought process.
I
But it's
figured
definitely worth checking out. I was hoping to see if we could find an actual location for this thing because it'd be lovely to be able to avoid it.
Here.
all right, so we're going to plant zone.
I did see something in the hallway I want to check out before we go.
What did you
I kinda-
find?
Huh? Oh, you said I saw something in the hallway.
Oh yeah, that's the way you're going down.
Yeah, so I go.
It's near the end of the hallway.
I go to see.
All right, we're going to PZ.
Oh no, what I mean by the end of the hallway, the other end where you're heading.
You guys go ahead. I'm gonna mess with a few more of these.
All right, tell us what you find. I head to the PZ.
All right, Hrothgar, you head with him.
I definitely head that way.
All right,
I'm just gonna move over to the next terminal.
So
to the next work area.
Yeah.
The one to When I'm looking at the map, to the left.
Is each one actually on the map? Because I can't see these things physically.
Most desks. Yes.
So I
All right, fellas.
That one.
Sure.
Time
All
out.
right.
Time out.
Okay.
5-minute bathroom break.
All right. What?
Is there a power button on this one?
This one, yes. There's actually two computers here. They're linked
All right. Same power button, or do I have to hit them individually?
individually.
I hit them both.
You do that, and it comes up. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanna comment on the fact that you had no problem with that password. There's actually two computers here. They're linked
All right. Same power button, or do I have to hit them individually?
individually.
I hit them both.
You do that, and it comes up.
I imagine the password was the same.
You can certainly try it.
I do.
You type in Elise again. It works.
And you look at that.
It's a good password.
I imagine that he doesn't change his passwords to his own computers.
Imagine. This one has a lot more stuff on it. Again, it's mainly just Google and the usual stuff on your computer, calculator, all that good stuff.
Of course.
But there's a lot more file space on these ones.
I start clicking through them. Anything that highlights itself to me.
Yeah, there is one that is more specifically labeled than others, okay?
And it is.
Project Brown.
I open it.
You open that one up, and Shamrock isn't a big technology guy. Is he a moviegoer?
Occasionally. He
How about for the
likes-
big blockbusters?
Depends.
All right. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say, just give me a roll.
Well, give me a genre and I'd tell you if
Science fiction.
oh yeah, he'd be into that.
Okay.
Like again, he doesn't hate technology. He just prefers the old way.
I get that.
So he studies up on it.
All
Like,
right.
he knows how it works. He just tends not to use it.
This absolutely stands out to you, okay?
Okay.
Project Brown.
Okay.
The only thing capital about it is, of course, the first letters of both PB.
Okay.
You open it up, and there's a lot of stuff that you do recognize here. What's the word I'm looking for here? There's a very large number of links to a very famous movie that came out about almost 40 years ago.
Oh,
Back to the Future.
I vaguely recall that movie.
Yeah. It had a white-haired scientist named Doc in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of links to it.
I take a pause.
Yeah.
He didn't.
You okay down there, Taz?
I'm fine.
It
I
just-
click through and I look for anything that looks even vaguely like a DeLorean.
there is a ton of scientific research towards exactly what you're thinking. In fact, you can actually see dates on this stuff, dating back to the 80s.
Taz gets a shiver down his spine.
That's a lot of file space that you see there.
Doc did something.
I look
terrible.
for anything highlighted as a final project. See if he's perfected any of this. Does he have a flux capacitor?
Yeah, there's a lot of files here. It's almost a maze of files. You know what? I'm gonna roll a D4.
All right.
Roll a D4 because I feel like you could scan through this maze of files kind of easily.
That's the one.
You can't find it.
Damn.
I type in Control F.
I forget, what does that do?
Find. And I type in final. Anything?
Something does come up.
All right.
Something does come up. Again, it's a whole mass of research and text. And you actually do find one JPEG.
And I click it.
It's a DeLorean.
Does it look like it's from the show?
It looks like it's from the second movie.
But I mean, does it look like a still image from the show or the
No.
movie?
No. This thing is sitting in a hangar.
Is there any letters next to it?
Soda?
Is there any letters in the name of the JPEG?
Yeah, looking in, you do see something.
Yeah.
Okay. Final build phase.
Is there any markings in the hangar that signify some sort of? I'm looking for an abbreviation from the map. in the
Nothing.
hangar. Is there any notable details in the hangar behind it, or like where that it's in?
Wait a minute.
What? What?
Project Brown?
Yeah.
That is the file he opened.
Oh, would you look at that?
like, yeah, there's a hangar
Puts
called
it-
PB.
Yeah. Figured it would have been in there.
Oh, so that's Project Brown. That means Project FF, Project Ennis, RTI, MW, and Project Z.
Right. Well, I know.
Wait a minute, Venus.
I'm going to stop you right there on your hard search. The letter V does
I
not
know.
show up on this map.
I know. I'm not looking for Venus.
Hrothgar's back. What he miss?
I found the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Nice.
He
Yeah,
found it
hang
on
on.
a computer.
The
And a series
actual
of-
DeLorean?
That's what it appears to be. I haven't.
Like,
actually-
did Doc steal the one from the movie set?
It seems he built one.
Okay, a little bit different.
Since you were gone, he's been looking through the files on a computer underneath the, the main entrance stairs and platform,
Yeah.
and found a whole mess of files dedicated
Okay.
to Project Brown.
All right, so we have Project Venus and Project Brown.
He,
It wasn't called Project Venus. It was just called
Venus.
It was
referring
to the test subject, which was Venus.
Oh, what was the project itself called?
I left the monitor open.
Yeah.
Well, you walked off. So
Yeah, but like, did you see what project
Well-
it was called?
if after this revelation, as it were, I would go and check, see if I find a project name on his shambling mound.
do you take a good look through there?
I just looked to see if I could see any project names.
You do not. It's all just various botany experiments. You know what? I am going to say, though, that you can see this clearly led towards this subject. Meaning that at first, this was just a various number of experiments. You can tell that from the date they were
So
made.
he didn't have an end goal in mind.
He did not. But further in as you go through the documents, you can see more and more of this test subject named Venus.
All right. So there were two monitors where I was at. I turned them both on. They weren't connected to the same computer.
They were, but you had to turn them on separately.
All right,
Okay, so it is still just one. It
Yeah.
was just one thing.
are we at the door for PV?
All right. Yeah, at this point you are there, okay?
Did I see what I thought I saw at the end of the hall?
Here's the thing. You get up there, okay?
Yeah.
The doorway is wide open
All right.
and
Okay.
misshapen. And about, I'm gonna say about 15 feet before it is the mangled remains of what was once a high-powered steel door.
Very cool.
And they went to PZ, correct?
They did. So that's what you came to. It's a mangled, it's still mostly in one piece.
Project Zoo?
PZ.
Project.
He's just staring at his book, trying to figure out, because he has recognized one room is Project Brown. So he's trying to see if he can think of what other
What
things these could be.
I examined the door, see if it was like ripped, clawed, like what.
This thing has gotten the beat out of it.
So
You
brute
can tell
force.
that something didn't like this door.
So it was like blunt force or scratching. Like I'm looking for like how it was attacked.
Oh, there's definitely blunt force.
All right.
Very few claw marks, if any.
Okay.
Something either wanted in or wanted out.
You can tell.
That's not a door anymore.
You can tell by the way doors, like if it was a metal door and you dent and beat the shit out of it, you can tell by the dents if it wanted in or out. So which was it?
You can't tell the dent from each side. This thing had the absolute shit beat out of it.
Okay, so whatever it was knocked the door off and then proceeded to beat the door for a while.
Possibly.
Yeah.
God damn.
And as you come up, you notice in a small but still bold writing above where the door is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Some letters have fallen off and gotten scattered a bit.
Yeah.
But it's PE blank blank ON blank. You want to look around for the other letters?
Sure.
Yeah,
How you guys doing down there?
something bad.
Pretty,
Something really bad.
do you have any idea what might have been in any of these rooms?
I've got a half decent idea for one of them.
All right,
Please tell
how
me
about
it's
you-
not a monster.
That depends on what you call a monster.
Something that doesn't the world.
Well, this definitely would have done that.
What did he do?
What didn't Doc do?
I know, but I think I want a chronological list at this point.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with the room you guys are in, and I don't see it being likely to attack you, so I doubt it's what you're referring to.
Oh, right then. Why did you think of a world?
Oh, I don't think I know.
So,
Please tell me he didn't make another antimatter gun.
Hang on, you're saying he has antimatter guns and didn't give me one?
I think that's one of the smarter things Doc has ever done.
I just want to blow up Malaysia.
All right, I look at the other letters. I look for the other letters.
All right.
Do you guys need me?
Yeah.
Probably.
We very much like it.
You
This,
have the thing written down.
yeah, this is like right up your alley.
All right,
All
both
right,
of you.
I head down there and
You see the mangled remains of this door and this misshapen gape of a hole. Do you guys all roll investigation?
So just let
advantage, that'd be pretty rad.
I'll give him an advantage.
he can get advantage and I'll look myself.
All right, there's one. Okay, so I've got the 20 plus the 4 plus the 7, so 31. 31.
And I got a
Holy!
5.
I'm sorry, Rothgar, you don't find.
All right.
Rothgar's just having a bad day in general.
All
I
right.
like how I also was not quite sure of the assignment. I was
Just
like,
like-
hey, start looking around for all right.
I found the letter T.
All right.
What else am I finding?
You find the letter E.
Okay.
And you find the letter Z.
What all am I looking at here?
You want to catch up to speed for why he found these letters?
I kind of show him like and explain to him like,
Explain
believe it,
what's going on.
whatever.
There is a title above what was once the door,
Okay.
but the letters were also knocked off in the carnage. PE blank 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 ON blank.
And we just found a T, E, and a Z.
It's the pet zone. So it was close to what I was thinking, but not entirely. My
So-
thought was Project Zoo.
Congratulations! You guys have figured out the name of the very first area you've come to.
So this is the control room.
Well, yeah, but that was
Second
listed
room.
there.
Second room.
All right, so this is the pet zone.
The pet zone. Dear God, the door.
Oh no.
This can be.
Like, he
This
left
gonna be
those
fun.
monsters out.
Where's the dog?
Everyone in the party knows that Doc has a dog. A happy little green and white mutant dog thing.
All right, so
It's very weird that it's green and white. You guys have all noted that.
Yes.
Yes.
Some of you haven't voiced it.
We all know about him.
yeah.
Yeah. Hrothgar is the only one who knows about any of their pets, though, because he lived here for a while. Do you want to tell your friends, your new friends?
Where is Fuzzy?
What is Fuzzy?
He had more than one.
Is Fuzzy the dog?
No, he's not.
Do you guys want to roll for memory on what the dog's name was?
Spike.
You can think that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna think that. He didn't.
I've got a roll from
he did not
memory on.
ask the dog's name,
Hrothgar's, you're going to roll for every pet you know of.
just in general.
All right, so a memory check. What would that be?
Let's say history. I feel like that would be general history, but that could be actual knowledge.
You had it right the first time.
History. What?
That history is used for general history and things like that.
So would you say just blank intelligence?
Yeah, just roll. Roll wisdom.
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
You had it.
Roll intelligence.
All right, plus my bonus, which is a 2.
Hrothgar is really helping out.
14.
14. Okay. I'm gonna say, yeah, you remember the dog's name.
Okay,
The
what was the
dog's
dog's
name-
name?
The dog's name was Pupster.
Puffster, the dumb dog. Got it. What
He
about
also
Fuzzy
had
Fox?
this. He also had something that you could probably make an argument. It was something of a sloth.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm talking about when I
It
say
was
Fuzzy
a
Fox.
sloth with a trunk. And you remember his name was something really goofy because he said it every time. It was like bark or something.
Narc narc.
Narc. There we go. And the only other thing you remember is that Doc kept a pet plant.
God damn it, Doc.
That's all you remember about his pets.
They won't eat me. I lived here for a while. They know me. So I'm gonna walk in.
Thank you.
Um,
You want to walk in?
how do we know they haven't gone feral or rabbit though?
You don't.
Yeah, I tell that to him like before he walks
Because
in.
this is Doc, and Doc has a weird set of morals. He'll take care of his dog, but he'll kill 1,000 people doing
Look,
it.
the fact that he hasn't fixed his door is kind of concerning that he might not be in control anymore.
Doc doesn't give a shit about a door.
Yeah, I think it's more the door than the dog he doesn't care about.
You suddenly hear something come over some intercom somewhere. It still has the grainy sound that the radio had from earlier.
I look around and I look for
What door? What happened down there? And silence
I look for where the sound was emanating from.
all around you.
There had to have been a point.
You see at the end of the hall there is a speaker.
Ah, there it is.
Okay, that's more
I'm gonna-
evidence that Doc might not be
How
in
high is
control.
the ceiling there?
Huh?
How high is the ceiling there?
How high is the ceiling? Let's see. I'm gonna say it's 13 feet up.
13 feet up.
It's an arbitrary number for a ceiling, but okay.
I mean, I kind of imagined it'd be something like that.
Pretty large. It's a very large hallway. Just a little skinnier than the other ones. All right. Yeah. So Hrothgar, you walk in.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take my quill,
Yeah.
my cast mage hand, have it hold the quill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just have it draw a glowing yellow circle around the speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to point it out.
Okay. You pointed out.
It's just so that I can see it for future.
You see the yellow glimmer. Oh, there's the speaker.
Never
All right.
know when something like that could come in here.
You walk into this pentagonal room. Much like the rest of the lab around you, it's a mixture of white and gray. Okay, but the walls are what's different. While the wall connecting to while the wall that makes the entrance to the room is completely normal, the other four walls are not. They're cages, inhabitant cages.
Is there anything in them?
Well, you notice a few different things. The first one, its bars are missing. You quickly find that they're on the floor, actually, in the same blunt force action. Something clearly broke out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
In that,
Yay.
in that little area is a padded cell.
Double yay.
Very simple. Padded cell. There's like treat wrappers on the ground in there, but nothing else of note. In the next cell, you see it's more of a jungle area, but you don't really see anything in there either. These rooms aren't too terribly big, just enough to have a very small habitat. But it's more of a jungle-fied area, something you'd probably find in the Amazon.
Something just tickled my ear.
Yeah?
I'm gonna go back to the door.
Yeah?
Does it look like it was beaten with fists or a head?
Fists.
That's what I was afraid of.
Very, very large fists.
Do you know something?
Well, I know whatever caved this thing in wasn't doing it on all fours.
Oh, that's great.
The next cell you look at, we've gone to the padded cell. We've gone to the, I'm going clockwise, by the way. Left to right. The next cell you look in is a bit different. Now, while all these bars are still here, again, you don't actually see anything in them. For whatever reason, this third small enclosure looks like hell. Like straight up hell. It's covered in brimstone and small fires.
Oh,
Dark.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't take Doc for a religious man.
I don't feel like that's for religious reasons.
Couldn't just get a fish.
Careful what you wish for.
Knowing Doc, we all know if you got a fish, it'd be the megalodon.
That's
Technically, he would have done what you said. All right.
Very careful what you wish for.
The final cell is the one that stands out the most to you guys.
Okay.
Guys, behind the bars, it's a red curtain. And there's a sign hanging on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just inside the enclosure.
Yeah.
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 You want to read the sign?
Sure, I will read the sign.
All right. It says, moved for behavioral problems.
Cast mage hand,
Yeah,
goes through the bars,
yeah.
pulls back the curtains.
It's dark in there. Whatever was moved.
Good thing we have dark
was moved.
vision.
Whatever was moved a while ago. There's nothing left in there.
All right. I as I have done before, I cast light on my quill, which still has that house key on it. I have mage hand to grab it, and I just bring the light into anything of note in the cage.
A little dusty.
No items that shouldn't be there.
Nothing. Clearly, it's long since been abandoned.
I try to open the door with the mage hand.
Oh, but it's not a door; it's a cage.
Well, still,
It's like
it's
bars.
It's got to have some way to open it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. You do find a small button near the bottom.
Okay.
Just a button, nothing more.
It pushes the button.
You do that, and the with a loud grinding sound, the bars slowly move up in that cage.
To just that cage.
Yes. Now here's the thing. Beside that button, you do notice something that you didn't notice before.
Oh yeah.
Because it was so low to the ground.
Of course.
Now it's not on like a slanted platform; it's straight up and down.
Yeah.
You didn't really take immediate focus to it. There's there's actually an old plaque here.
And it says
Moved.
that surely does tell me exactly what I already knew.
There are other plaques under each and every cage.
Okay. Any of them in a language that any of us don't understand?
Common.
All of us get that.
Yeah.
all right.
Do you, which one do you want to look at?
I'm not particularly.
Do you want to look at them?
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna take one of the gold coins from my pocket. And I'm gonna stick it in the palm of my mage hand. Cast light on it.
Yeah.
Put the quill back on my book and fly that through the other 2 cages. See if I can see anything in those.
Oh, the other 3 cages?
Other 3. Well, one's broken.
True.
I'm not
I did look.
particularly worried
I
about
did look
whatever
at
used to
the
be in.
plaque in the for the broken one.
First, the lights are off in there, so
Of course.
it's a good idea. The only light that's on is a small one in the actual pet zone, and it's kind of flickering. That room's been through hell. Through the hell cage. There's nothing hiding behind any of the rocks. Something's missing from here, though.
That's never a good sign.
Clearly, something was completely just removed.
Hey, anybody see another moved plaque under this one?
No,
All right. Which one do you want to look? Wants to
I'll
look
look
at
at
the
the one
one?
where the cage was knocked off first.
All right. At the padded cell cage, you see a plaque. This one actually has a name on it.
Yeah.
Narc Narc.
Yeah.
Hrothgar, do you want to remind the boys? Hang on, I'll send you a picture to remind you.
Nope.
Green asshole.
Nope.
Do you want to
I-
remind the boys what he looks like?
Nope.
I helped catch him.
No, you didn't.
Oh, which one did I help catch?
So like I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna see
You
the
went after the
sign.
Spider Queen with him.
Got you.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna see the sign. No.
But I did try and get somebody to read the one I was already lighting.
Right.
My bad.
Right. That was Taz. Taz, you read the plaque. It says the Satan ape.
Well, that's not.
All right.
Doesn't say moved.
Nope. The plaque reads the name Satan ape. And there's actually a little bracket in the bottom. Kevin's.
Well,
Kevin apostrophe S.
do you guys know a Kevin?
Nope. I checked the last one.
No.
The final one with the jungle habitat. It's actually got the cutest name. Fluffy.
Anything? Anything else?
No.
All right.
Mouse, as you shine your light, your glowing coin through the jungle habitat, it's pretty much the same scenario. Something was removed from here. There's nothing living in here.
Yeah, anything on that one?
Just a name, Fluffy.
So you have Fluffy, Narc, the Satan ape, aka Kevin, and moved.
Great. He lost all of them. I mean, just. I don't even know what to say at this point.
So y'all are gonna look over and see me reading a plaque, and me just happily yell out "Narc."
Yeah,
Where'd you put my popcorn?
I didn't.
It was on the table.
If it's not below the table, I didn't touch it.
All right.
All right. So I think we've kind of seen everything we can in the pet zone.
All right. So you guys are gonna leave?
Yeah. Unless you guys open anything.
So how does Narc's cage look?
I'm gonna
It's
leave
a-
them and head back to another monitor.
It's a padded cell.
All right.
And the thing is, Jamrock, you don't get too far. Because once you have that thought of just like, okay, I'm done here, the ground shakes a little. There's a heavy thud.
I gotta say, not a fan of that.
Thud.
Yeah.
I love to see where it's coming. Is it coming from the entrance?
Thud. It's getting louder and it's getting heavier. Thud.
Come on, you cunt.
Is there any way to hawk? Wait, did you just? How loud did he shout "Narc Narc"?
Narc!
Oh, fuck.
Narc.
He was happy. He was loud. Son of a bitch. Woo, woo.
Now, was it actually Narc?
I just realized, like, wait, why would? Oh, he just shouted his name.
And you look back towards the entrance. And you see a large, hulking beast
You,
blocking
sir,
off the exit.
you, sir, are not Nark.
So here's what I'm gonna do.
And you see this guy. You
Oh.
have unlocked your first pet.
Oh.
Nark.
For those,
So here's what I'm gonna do real quick.
yeah,
Is I am going to take that gold coin from my mage hand.
yeah.
And I am going to say, I am not going to have it with this. And I cast Jin's glowing coin.
Yeah.
And I'm going to toss it towards Nark
I'm
Nark.
just going to flash on screen. Of course, I have on screen right now what Nark Nark looks like now.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to show the adorable, huggable, 3-foot little beanbag boy he was. And goodness, that is one hell of a change. He used to be so cute. And now he looks like he's gonna kill you. You hear the intercom come on again.
Oh, god dang it, not you.
What's a circus without some entertainment? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I give you the strong man.
You see,
And the intercom shuts off again.
and like that, I'm suddenly remembering why I chose to go to camp instead of the circus.
It's the strong man. It's a classic circus act.
I'm aware. I've been to the circus.
All right. I gotta take
I've
out my
been to the
costume.
original circus.
So I gotta take out my costume and just like get ready to fight.
All
I know
right.
as my suit and everything.
You're ditching the costume
Dude,
It's a costume party.
for shame.
I put the costume back on. Okay, all right, time to get serious. What are you
You are
doing?
grown men.
God dang it. Fine.
You are grown men.
I'm in the costume. Forget it. I'm in the costume.
Cool. You don't have to worry about it unless he, has a massive wisdom.
Let's see. Wisdom, let's see, that's a +2 to that.
And he rolled a
3.
cool. He is very much distracted right now.
He looks off towards the coin. All right. Everyone, roll initiative. It's our first battle. Roll straight D20s.
Oh yeah,
You
my
said with
initiative,
disadvantage.
Yeah.
my
I'm taking a
initiative
roll off.
bonus is -1.
All right, what do we get?
I got a 5.
Give me 1 second.
I got a 16.
2.
I am a detective.
Not a fighter.
Not a fighter.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. It seems that
So real quick, is that actually Nark or is that like some offshot?
you know what Nark Nark looks like. The
That's
cage,
not Nark.
you can assume that this is Nark Nark.
Bad Nark.
Look, I know this doesn't look like the happy, fluffy, huggable beanbag boy that you knew.
I'm gonna kill Doc. I swear to God. If we survive this.
But you know what? It still has his claws. It has Nark Nark's color and hair. It has his fangs, his enlarged canines. Yeah, you can assume this is definitely got to be Nark Nark.
Very bad Nark.
But Nark Nark originally does not look like he would be the strong man. This thing though has pecs, massive pecs. He's got defined abs.
Okay, so I go first, right?
You do.
All right, how far away is he?
How far away is he?
How far away is he?
How far away is he? I'm gonna say he's about 25 feet away.
All right, so I'm gonna move.
He came up, but not that far.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to 20 feet
Uh-huh.
to where like I'm at 20 feet from him. I'm gonna cast.
Remember, you only have
spiritual-
magic and a lead pipe. And whatever you have grabbed along the way.
Okay, so. All right, so I'm gonna move up to 20 feet from him. I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon and I'm gonna attack him. I got a 22.
All right.
So now it's a 1d8 plus 3.
Because that does hit.
Roll 1d8 plus 3. 8 damage.
Narc takes 8 damage.
All right, now hang on. Now I
Okay.
have it. I'm gonna use my extra attack.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
so hit him again.
I don't think your extra attack goes over to your spiritual weapon.
How do we check that?
It would be in your spell.
Yada yada yada.
Now, if you were to use like your lead pipe, you would get an extra attack, but as far as I'm aware, it does not quite transfer to your spiritual weapon.
It doesn't say when I read the spell.
It doesn't say that you're taking an attack action to make that attack, so and that's what the extra attack goes to, is strictly your attack action.
All right.
So I think that one would be on the DM.
All right. So DM, I have an ability that gives me an extra attack.
Yeah.
You have to decide whether I can, if my magical attack counts as an extra attack. Like, can I use my extra attack on magic?
On a spell.
On a spell.
Yeah.
It is an attack spell.
You know what? I'll say yes.
All right.
You can use your second attack.
1d20 plus 3 again. 16
16. Nice.
hits again.
Oh, it does.
All right. 1d8 plus 3. 7
Seven.
damage. And then last, as my bonus action, I'm going to use spiritual weapons thing where I can hit him again.
Okay.
1d8 plus 3. Or nope, d20. 22 again.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
D8 plus 3. 4.
4.
For a total of 19 damage.
19 damage.
Or hang on, 8 plus 7 plus 4.
Yeah, that's 19.
Yeah, 19 damage.
Got a good hit on him.
No,
Bad
that's
narc
a good
narc.
turn on him.
What?
I said that's a good turn on him.
Yeah.
So 19 damage. Big. Bad narc narc.
That lasts for 1 minute.
Listen, once you get to a higher level, 19
Excuse
damage
me.
isn't that bad. Nothing
All
wrong
right.
with it.
All right. We ready?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Narc's turn.
All right. All right. All right.
Man, for something that had disadvantage on initiative, it rolled better than 3/4 or 2/3 of the party.
Oh, yeah. You don't even know what it has on perception.
Well, I was gonna try and sneak past it and do that kind of jazz, but you guys decided now we're gonna punch it. So
All right. All right. So the closest
I mean-
one to it is still
What,
Hrothgar.
stop it from chasing us throughout the rest of the lab, or
and I assume there's some way that we could close it into something.
Closest one to it is
like,
Hrothgar.
like I mean, because it like burst down the door and its cage, like I never say. I just don't know like what could have held this thing at this point.
That's a
Makes sense.
great question.
But, no, I
And there's
agree.
nothing to say that it would have initiated violence either. Like that was strictly like you guys decided, all right, we're gonna fight. And I'm
No, I
like,
didn't. No,
you
I just
pulled your whatever.
All right. All right. All right. You guys do not hear this, okay?
All right, not hearing.
But Hrothgar,
Yes.
booming out in your mind, you hear this. This. You hear this voice. Narc. Angry.
Bad narc narc.
You guys do not hear this.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a snarling, angry, hairy beast. And you see him just start charging up
Oh boy.
directly at Hrothgar. Yeah, booming footsteps as he stomps, shaking the ground a little bit.
Oh boy.
And as he comes up, he's going to come up, fangs bared, and he's going to make an attempted bite on Hrothgar. All right, let's see what I got here. Oh, 7.
Nope.
Well, thank God I used multi-attack. All right, missing pretty much. He then
I'm
comes
old,
down.
I'm old, but I can dodge.
He comes down and swings at you with his giant clawed fist. 13?
Nope.
Damn it. One more fist attack. 19.
Oof.
Yeah.
That final hit finally got something. All right, let's see. Let's see, +7. Okay, and he hits you for 11 damage.
Oof. All right.
And yeah, that's the end of his attack.
All right. My turn. And how close is he?
He is about 5 feet from Hrothgar.
And how far from me?
Let's see. He was 10 feet away from you.
Jesus.
Well, here's the
Puts him
thing.
a
You
little
guys were all in
further
a
away
clump.
from me. I
You-
was. Ooh, keep those guys up there.
You guys were all in a
Actually-
clump, and he charged ahead 5 feet.
How long is my chain on my arm thing?
How long is it?
That's up to you.
Ah,
That's your costume, man.
all right.
And I'm not. Is that actually metal?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Frank's gonna be pissed that you got him. That you got that past him.
I'm just saying it's long enough because I'm gonna try and choke him out.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
How long are you saying this thing is? Because again, it is a part of your costume.
You know what? I'll just use the rope I have. That makes
Yeah,
That
that
makes
thing you got.
It was like
Yeah.
carrying 10-foot metal chains on his arms. Like,
yeah, that's fair. All right, so how would you like?
Here's the thing.
How much taller is he than me?
Here's the thing.
I had it just as a reaction. Hold up, I've got an idea. Keep you from getting like in a position where you're gonna be choking this guy out.
Oh, all right.
Here's the thing. This thing is pretty large. The hallway itself is only 13 feet tall.
Yeah.
This thing is 11 feet tall.
Okay, so
If it jumped, it would probably hit his head.
all right. So like me climbing on his back and trying to choke him out, probably.
Not a great idea. Especially look at his lumbering. Look at him.
Yeah, it didn't.
Hell, if you can find the neck on that thing, I'm kind of impressed.
All right, then I guess I just grab the metal shards I got from the garage and just throw them at him.
Let's see. Improvised weapon.
That's what you call an attack.
Like,
That's what you call an attack.
I mean, he didn't exactly get a lead pipe.
An improvised weapon includes any object you can build with 1 or 2 hands, such as broken glass. Close enough for that. A table leg, frying pan, wagon wheel, dead goblin.
hey,
There aren't any of those around here.
I love that.
what am I rolling?
Let's see. Considering, let's say you got a piece of sharp ass scrap metal.
Yeah.
It's the damages are listed in there.
Oh yeah, it says 1d4. I
So
was gonna say, yeah, I don't think that's close enough to a throwing star to work.
all right, so just like my regular strength modifier, no proficiency bonus.
Unless you have like Tavern Brawler.
I don't know.
But yeah, 1d4 damage.
Ooh, I only rolled a 9.
Ooh, only a 9. You do not hit. That thing bounces.
Bounces off his pecs.
It does. It's very impressive.
He kind of just the rock, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Pop of love.
That's all I can do.
You're just like, we're
Yeah, like that. Okay, that.
All right,
Like,
time for you, Mr. Brady guy.
all right, guys, don't touch him.
oh, like. All right, I got it.
And I am going to use my last second level spell slot.
Where
I'm going to
the fuck-
cast Suggestion. I need you to roll Wisdom saving throw for him, please.
Alrighty then. Let's see. 13.
All right, he does not beat my. I need him to beat a 15 to beat my spell.
Ooh.
So, Nark, buddy, you don't want to hurt us. You want to help us.
And they don't hear this. All they hear is the strained huffing of this disgusting beast.
Just scroll.
Let's see. We're in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Cannot attack itself, throw itself into anything, or harm itself.
But my command was you don't want to hurt us, you want to help us. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that, bud. This is just a big misunderstanding. We're okay.
How long does that spell last?
8 hours. Hrothgar, please don't hit him. He's on our side now.
What's
I
there to
feel
help
like-
about?
I feel like we could take him.
He's on our side.
Yeah, there's no need to take him.
Look at this thing.
Also,
You have a big ass bodyguard.
Also, for all you know, we can reverse whatever happened to him.
That's a doc thing.
I mean, you know what I mean. But still, like, I assume he still cares about the Narc.
Also, what are we gonna do 8 hours from now, huh?
Not be here.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it is like 10:30 at night.
Like if we're still here 8 hours from now, I'm burning this house down.
Even if we can't escape,
Yeah.
You guys can't escape.
but how can you escape?
Magician never reveals his secrets.
All right, I'm just saying.
all right. I guess Nark joins your party.
I'm just saying, if it turns out you can't use your magic, you just burn
He's
the life
not-
with us. Like,
He's not that intelligent.
I don't need him to be.
To be fair, he wasn't before.
I still don't need him to be.
So you're going to have to constantly tell this thing to do stuff.
I am aware.
All right,
I'm heading back to the terminal room.
I do the same.
I have Nark follow me.
Yeah, he's much slower now, stomping through.
I don't mind.
Did we hear anything like the intercom or anything? Like,
Nope.
All right.
Not over the sound of him stomping.
I mean, you've taken one of the carnival freaks with you.
Yeah, I would assume like that would have made him mad or something.
Nope. Nothing. No reaction whatsoever.
All right.
Okay, back to Central Command.
I look at any other terminals I haven't opened.
Let's see. You, of course, have the main computer area over near the far right of the map.
I'm looking at all the smaller ones first.
If we're looking just for the terminals, the only one you have left is up near BP or PB. That little table area.
All right. I turn it on, password in.
What password do you use?
Same one I've been using for all of them. Really?
You forgot cap locks.
Right.
Yeah, it works. It works. This one, like all the others, is a different station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You open it up, and not as many files open up as with the last one you checked, but not nearly as few as with the botany station. You still have a good considerable number of files to choose from. Okay?
Anything that looks highlighted to me.
There is one that definitely sticks out to you.
Yep.
Okay? It's called Iron Lion.
Mm.
Most of these file names actually seem a little dangerous. Some of them seem weapon-based.
Oh God.
I have said nothing about this out loud.
I'm right next to you.
He's looking
I'm-
over the screen.
Believe me, I'm not referring to you.
Is Nark blocking off the view?
Yes.
Make sure the others can't read.
I walk past Nark.
Oh, I tell him not to let you.
Nark grabs hold of your face with his giant furry hand.
Not right now, fed boy.
It just keeps him there.
All right, I go to a different tournament. I guess I go to a chip. Are they still open or did he close?
Oh,
them?
yeah, they're still open.
No, at this point, I closed them because I was headed to a different room.
True. And you never asked his wife's name.
Yep, that's fair.
What a bastard. Okay. Do you open any of these?
All right, I guess
I'm
I'll
opening any of them that I can.
go
All
down
right.
the hall with PB.
All right, seeing, do you go down that hall?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get
I
back
would
to
go
you in a
down that
moment.
one.
Hey, you don't trust me, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the one that I said could end the world.
Very interesting party guest.
This one I am saying out of fear for my own life.
All right,
Okay,
just tell
okay,
him what's
okay.
down there.
Because it's the one that stood out to you most. You looked up the yeah.
One second. It's just one of his doomsday devices. And I don't like the idea of someone who's not him fiddling with it.
I'm not gonna fiddle with it. I'm just gonna see what it. Justin, I'm smart enough not to tamper with his.
I would.
I'll
probably
tell you
fiddle
what's
with it.
down there once you get there.
Yeah, I keep going down there.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow him.
Because it's the one that stood out to you, you open up Iron Lion. Okay.
All right.
There's a lot of research here into flight mechanics. A lot of research done into blasters and such, firearm technology.
Yep.
And there's a lot of what you might call super science going on here. There are blueprint files. Do you want to open them?
Absolutely.
From what you can tell, these are part of some sort of suit. A very intricately designed suit. It's very interesting.
Anything about to stand out to me?
This thing is high tech as hell. This is basically a wearable. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Armor.
Not armor. I was going for whatever a tank falls under. No, like weaponized machinery, wearable weaponized machinery.
Artillery.
Thank you.
Well, artillery is things like mortars and stuff.
This thing is basically sort of like a vehicle, but it's like a suit. It's wearable. How much does Shamrock know about Marvel?
He knows Iron Man. He's been by comic book shops.
Now here's the thing. This Iron Man in this world was also played by an observer.
Interesting.
Same as the Sherlock Holmes movies, because they wanted to keep it, So it's a little different, but clearly the idea is there. This is supposed to be like if Iron Man had a human body. The Iron Lion. You know what? Yeah. Do you want to? How much do you want to keep looking through this?
Through this one specifically?
Yeah.
Enough to see if it's something that I could utilize.
All right. You know what? We're gonna leave you on there going through that list, so I can stall you while I look for something in my phone.
Yeah.
And while we do that, we're going to move over to something I can talk about right now at this moment while I'm still stalling. Boys, you get down. Jeez. Yeah. You get down over to the end of the BP hallway, okay?
All right.
You get down to the end and you see a very large door to its right, okay?
All right.
And you see it's locked. Keypad entry off to the side. Way up above, it does say up there, Project Brown. Seems dusty, a little dirty.
All right. Are the doors like see-through or anything? Or
Nope.
all right.
Same material as before.
Well, at least we know nothing. All right. Well, nothing got out of this one. All right. I'm satisfied. I kind of just start heading back.
All right, you get back, and Shamrock, you have found a finished design. Actually, you've managed to find the end product. It's this jet black suit with bright neon lines of light going around it. It seems to be a suit of armor built specifically for Doc, his proportions, his body type. It even goes under. It even goes around his long, slender tail. The only thing that really pokes out is his great white lion's mane. This is the Iron Lion suit.
All right.
All right.
Seems to be some sort of delve into crime fighting weaponry.
I head down to PFF. Just gonna get all these project names.
BFF?
Yep.
All right. And while I pull up what I had written down for that,
Are there any other files on here that look particularly usable?
not really. Most of these seem guided towards weaponry. Do you want to look at other weaponry?
Yes.
All right. Looking through this, yeah, you scroll and click around for a good bit, of course. And you actually do find something that sticks out to you because you kind of helped out on this. You find documentation on the flute you helped them get.
All right.
It's called the Dual Flute of Suggestion.
I recall.
Absolutely. And apparently Doc actually started researching this a bit more after he got it.
Where's it stored?
Seems to be stored along with all of his other weaponry.
Which is
It's a great question.
not listed.
Not listed.
Any
Doc
other-
knew where his stuff was. Boys, as you get down to PFF, you see another vaulted door.
All right. I look to see if it has a project title.
Up top, you do see something. You see a title.
All right.
Project Fight Form.
All right. All right. And it's locked. Nothing got out here.
No.
All right. Good.
Do you want to take a look at the lock?
No, right now. Like right now, I'm just
All
making
right.
sure. Like there's nothing else on the slab we have to worry about.
But Doc actually apparently went in depth, finding how to play this without destroying the world. Sort of using it as just smaller scale weaponry.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
All right.
We hope everyone had a good time, and we will be back to continue this next weekend on a Friday night. Good night, everybody.